I suck.
Mission First Tactical is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade.
I was so excited to get the show started. And it's an even different intro, too. So between those two intros, which one did you like the best? The first one or the second one?
Second one was a little long. I like them quick, straight to the point.
They're the exact same length.
Great.
This first one's not shorter.
they're the exact same length.
The first one.
Good job.
You got me good on that one, Marty.
45 seconds.
I listen to all podcasts at 1.8 speed, so that's probably
you speed it up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, it's
Yeah.
the way to. And then when I listen to it on normal speed, sounds like everybody's talking really slow and they're drunk.
Well, and I'm from Tennessee, and I got that slow draw anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You got to
Yeah,
give
sure.
me a little boost, a little push. But welcome in, Leadheads, for the second time. I actually hit record this time. So we are here at the Talking Lead podcast, and we're going to be bringing you an awesome show today. We're going to be recapping the Kalashbash event that just happened, and we've got a lot of the attendees. We've got the organizers on, and we're going to be introducing them in just a second. But if you didn't get an opportunity, make sure you go back to the previous episode where we had Ton Jones with Firebird targets. I'd spent a whole week with Ton Jones, and we had all kinds of shenanigans going on. We were shooting, we were blowing things up, we were cooking, we were chasing chickens. It was crazy. So go back, check that episode out, and be watching our social medias because we kicked off the Firebird Targets Kablooey Club Challenge, and I had challenged Ton a few episodes back, and we set that challenge up to where we did back to back to back to back to back. We did 10 of them. Of the Firebird targets to see if he could shoot them all with one shot. So I'm not going to tell you on this episode if he did it or not. You guys have to go watch and listen to the video. So there you go. So as promised, I'm going to introduce our guest for this episode. To my right, ladies and gentlemen, coming back for, is this your second or third time?
I think it's my second time.
Is it?
I believe second time.
We had you on the AK corner before.
Yes.
I think it's your third time because
Maybe it is. We've wrapped up KB twice, I think. So yeah, three times.
Yeah, I think it's our third time with Klay, ladies and gentlemen, organizer of Kalashbash.
I've just recently changed the name. It's no longer Clayco 47. It's Clayco 420, trying to appeal to a younger audience.
Okay.
So if you want to find me on socials, it's 420 now.
There you go. I like that.
Nice.
Tapping into the younger generation. I don't know. I mean, that could be the older generation too, because I mean, there's older people that do that too. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I do it.
Just trying to be more busted.
Maybe.
There you go.
Yeah, 42069, man.
42060. Also joining us this episode, below me, we're doing the what's that show? The Brady Bunch show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We've got the beautiful, the lovely, the talented Officer Ashley Smith joining us. Welcome,
Hi,
in,
everyone.
Ashley.
Thank you. Be back.
And there's a reason we have these people on because they attended Kalashbash, so they're going to give their firsthand account. And this was your first Kalashbash, wasn't it, Ashley?
It was. It was awesome.
Can't wait to hear about it. And then my left-hand man, my right-hand man, I'm lefty. I guess he should be my right-hand man. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Evan the Floodman Munitions.
Hello.
From Utah.
Thank you for having me. Yes, from
Klay,
Utah.
you're in Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
Texas, New York, in Utah, in Tennessee. And then we've got some other people, I think there will be some Johnny-come-latelys. So hopefully they will join us. Tracy's supposed to join us, Tracy Guns. Lan and Mike with Distant Arms, and we might get an appearance from Ashley's favorite, Ton Jones.
Yay!
Yay! Yay! But while we're killing time waiting on them, make sure you guys go and support those that make this show possible. Mission First Tactical, the official tactical accessory provider for the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. They have some new magazines, translucent AR magazines that they've dropped in a variety of different colors. I don't know what all the different colors are, but it's like Easter all over again with all the beautiful different colors. So go check out their new magazines. They've got a new belly band out, new lighter, more sleek, perfect for summertime carry. Ashley, you're into the exercising and the running and the jogging and all that and the beach. This is perfect for very concealed carry. And
I'll have to get one and model it.
Comfortable concealed carry. Yes. I will make sure that they send you one. Remind me.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Leo Takedown, we just gave away one of those systems last episode. So again, I don't think the winners contacted me yet as of this recording. So as you guys know, I don't contact winners. You got to listen to the show to find out if you won or not. So if I don't hear from you soon, then we'll just pick another winner. Maybe Flood will get one. Has yours arrived yet? You're supposed to be getting one anyway.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
That's an A. Okay, it's on its way. It is.
You won the last time we did this show.
I did? What did I win?
Didn't you win like a hat or something?
I always win hats. Look at all the hats behind me.
Yeah, but I think you literally won a hat.
So joining us, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Tracy Gunn. Tracy, welcome in.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I had an appointment and then traffic. There's accidents everywhere today.
Necessary. I was just hoping you would have the stripper pole behind you today so we can see the stripper pole.
Oh, it's on the other side. And I'm not doing camera that way. Hold on, my dog just came in.
I was going to say, you're getting robbed. Somebody just kicked your door in.
That's just my dog.
Oh, my gosh. So Tracy has joined us. But Mission First Tactical, use code LEADHEAD, get 20% off. Leo Takedown, use the code TL10. You're going to get 10% off there. And then I've got an exclusive. I was going to wait till everybody got on here, but let me see if I can share my screen here. And so as you guys know, we've got the AK Corner going this month, and Pioneer Arms is our sponsor for the AK Corner. And we talked about a new gun that they were getting ready to drop, and it came in. And I'm trying to find the folder where I downloaded it. Here they are. All right.
See this thing.
You ready to see this? You ready to see the new Hell Puppy, ladies and gentlemen?
Hell Puppy.
The Hell Puppy. Shorter than a, what's the one Century has?
Micro.
The who?
The Micro Draco, right?
Draco. Yeah. Shorter than a Draco.
I think Ashley would call it a crime gun.
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. It's like a little micro. Looks like a micro Draco. Yeah. Total crime gun.
For sure.
Nice.
100%.
Love it.
I think it's 7-inch barrel is what it is.
It's awesome.
So those have arrived. I don't think they're in stock yet, but they just got them at the Pioneer Arms core facility there in Florida. Did that one show up? Or is that still the same one?
Never seen it.
Is this a new one? The new picture?
It's just same image.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Thank you. 2 shots of espresso.
Yeah.
Thank you.
2 shots.
You gotta love her.
I love you, wife. Thank you.
I love you.
Ashley says she loves you.
I wish you could share that with all of us. I've just got my
Michael had more
pre-workout.
important stuff to do, apparently.
So there you go. There's the exclusive. You're seeing it first here on the Talking Lead podcast. Be watching the social medias because we'll be posting pics soon with the new Hell Puppy, and it will be at NRA because we will be at NRA. Who's going to NRA?
This guy.
I am.
This guy.
I'm going.
Oh,
Damn, everybody's going.
Ashley's going.
And we'll have to do a recap again.
Yeah, Rachel and I are going. I think Tony's going Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, I won't be there till Saturday.
Okay.
This is my first time going to that as well.
Isn't somebody having a range day or something prior to that? Is that
Yeah,
Primary
that's
optics.
Savannah
Primary Arms?
this weekend.
Or primary arms.
That's right, Primary Arms.
Oh yeah, Primary Arms is the.
Yeah, they typically do a range day.
Yeah.
They used to do it at the ranch every year. Now I think it's at ETTS in Waxahachie.
Waxahachie?
Sounds exotic.
It does.
Sounds native.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. Where'd Tracy go? She's here. She's gone. She's here. She's gone. She's bouncing left or right. Has anybody else popped in? Make sure I don't miss somebody down here. Let me know if somebody pops in and I miss them.
All right.
So there's the big news. Lead has Pioneer Arms Corps, and I'm sure we'll talk about that on the next AK Corner, which we will be doing an episode of that before NRA. So stay tuned for that. And we're gonna have an awesome booth. We're gonna have the studio set up there. So all y'all come by the studio at NRA. We're gonna be at Pioneer Arms. Have it set up. Gonna be doing all the video, all the audio, all the fun stuff. And there's gonna be a giveaway. We're gonna give away a gun every day. Maybe 2. You never know with Crazy J.
And those guys were so nice. They reached out. Thanks for connecting us, by the way. They reached out
Absolutely.
and sent 2 or 3 more. They sent 3 guns to the prize table. PPSH 43. What's that called? A VZ60. I forget what it's called. Super sick little pistol, a 9x19.
PM63, which those are extremely hard to
correct.
get. I've got one right up here.
Yes. PM63, that's correct.
The PPS 43.
Those are so cool.
Yeah. And they send the
another 5.56 underfolder.
5.56 underfolder. Yeah, awesome.
Introducing our new belly band holster. Whether you're hitting the gym or running a quick errand, our belly band is one of the most comfortable and safest ways to carry your firearm. The center section allows you to carry most common pistols. Left or right-handed, this has you covered. A hard laminate trigger shield protects the firearm's trigger from unwanted intrusion, giving you ease of mind while carrying every day. 2 elastic sleeves give you the flexibility to carry other everyday items, such as spare mags, flashlight, knife, or pepper spray. 2 zippered pockets run on both sides, offering the option to carry smaller items, such as money, cards, or keys. Flush fit on your lower back or waist, easily keeping your setup discreet no matter how you choose to carry. Utilizing 3D spacer mesh, these channels allow for exceptional and efficient airflow, giving you maximum comfort and keeping you cool. Carry whenever you want, how you want, with our new belly band holster. Available now.
Mission First Tactical is the official tactical accessories provider for the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. Use the code LEADHEAD for an exclusive 20% discount on all orders.
So, they were just trying to spice it up a little bit for you guys there. Do you know who won those?
Don't remember. I'm sure someone
You guys had
extremely deserving.
so many prizes there. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Kalashbash. We're going to do a recap, talk about all the fun, cool people and events that are going on there. But first, we've got to take care of some jack wagons and honor some heroes. So, Gunny, bring that train in.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the Talking Lead Jack Wagon of the Week, so brace yourself, baby.
Woo-hoo! I did that just for Evan because he likes that one.
Was that
I do.
AI generated Arlie Emery?
No, that's he did that specifically for us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
OG.
He was like one of the very first people that I met when I started doing this. It was NRA Dallas back in 2012, 2013, whenever that was. And we ran into him, told him about our show, what we were doing, this segment that we had called the Jack Wagon Train. And he's like, you got an intro for it? We're like, no. He goes, do you want one? We're like, yeah, we would love one. Are you offering? He goes, yeah. He said, fire that mic up. He did it right there on the spot. No script or anything.
It was so awesome.
Yeah, and we had him on a few times after that. So he was really good to us. We miss him. R.I.P. Gunny.
And Saving Silverman, his best movie that he ever acted in.
Yes.
That was pretty good. What was the one, The Neighborhood Watch? He was in that too, wasn't he? Wasn't he like the crazy alien neighbor on The Neighborhood?
Man, I think so. I just remember him being the psycho killer football coach from Saving Silverman.
Yeah. He was in the X-Files too. Did you ever watch the X-Files?
Yep. It was a little bit before my time.
Hey,
but I've seen a couple episodes.
There's this thing called reruns. And you can watch it. It's on Hulu. It's my favorite show. All right, let's do some jack wagons real quick. You want me to start us off? Or do you want to do yours, Evan?
No, it's all you.
Okay. So, this week, I don't know what it was about this week, but this week in particular, everywhere I went, and I was buying things, this is retail stuff. I'm always harping on retail people for some reason, but and I never check receipts. You should always check your receipts. So, and Ashley can appreciate this. When you go to the nutrition store and they're always trying to say on something new, the latest and greatest, and I'm just looking for this. They're like, oh, you should go and check this out. It's got anyway. I went in there and he's a really nice guy. And he was trying to upsell me on everything. But they did have some really good deals. So I ended up spending like $300-400. I know.
Goodness.
They had primes for $1 each. So I got like 4 or 5 cases of primes. They had MRE protein, buy one, get one half off. Their bars.
Do you like primes? Do they taste good?
Oh, they're delicious. The orange ones are fabulous. Yeah.
I'm sorry. The what ones?
The orange.
The orange?
Orange. Like my hat. Like my hat.
I was going to say, what color?
Not the Prime Hydration, but the Prime Energy ones.
Yeah, no, we know what drink it is. We're just making sure.
Okay.
The orange ones.
And
there's no O in it, like orange.
Got that.
The lemon lime. The lemon lime tastes like Mountain Dew. You like Mountain Dew?
I love Mountain Dew.
The lemon lime tastes like Mountain Dew. So I loaded up on those. Got their bars. They were buy one, get one half off too. So got those. And the one bars, they had those buy one, get one. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I would have think. Wait, what store is this?
This was the Vitamin Shop is what it's called.
Oh man, I might have to stop by there then. I love those.
Is this guy a jackwagon for upselling you? And
No,
you to spend
I haven't got
Maybe
there
he's a
yet.
jackwagon for buying all that stuff. I'll probably
I'm a jack-
himself out.
Plot twist. It was me.
This is like a double jack wagon one, but
Expired.
But yeah, I bought like 3 or 4 cases of the bars and all that. But have you had the pumpkin spice one bars? It was like a seasonal flavor.
Nope.
Oh, they're so good. Anyway, I got birthday cake. I got the Cinnabon.
Oh, my
flavor.
favorite is cinnamon.
Yeah, got that. Anyway, so I bought all this stuff. Got some Alpha Brain. It doesn't work, obviously, because I forgot to hit record tonight. So, but anyway, so I don't check the receipts, and I had Tia with me, and Tia always checks receipts. So she was going through the receipts. She goes, "That just didn't sound right." So she goes through, starts checking the receipts, and I mean, sure enough, she's like, well, they didn't give you the half off here, and they didn't give you the half off here, and you didn't get your $10 because I had like bucks that you get points, whatever for buying stuff there. So they'd overcharged. So I went in, showed them what happened. They fixed it. They're like, oh, okay, sorry, blah, 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 whatever. So we go to dinner that night, and we order dinner, and I'm not going to even tell you what the dinner cost, but checks the receipt, and we were overcharged. It was like another $70, $80 we were overcharged for dinner. Yeah, I know. So did that, and then there was another place we went to. This happened 3 times in one day where we were overcharged. And if you're the type of person that doesn't check receipts like me, then you're going to get had. So I don't know if this was all by accident or if this is just a tactic that they use. I mean, I don't know.
I was just to ask you if you thought it was on purpose.
I think the restaurant one was definitely to get that tip up. I don't think the nutrition guys did. I just think they were boneheads, and they just didn't really know what they were doing. They were like fat fingering everything. And then the other one, I can't remember. It was like at Walmart or something like that. I don't know. But Jack Wagons.
Taking care of?
Wait.
I need like closure.
So the restaurant ended up giving us like a whole nother dinner for free, like a steak and lobster tail and all this. I mean, we boxed it up, took it home.
And your money back?
No, they didn't give me the money back. No. Well, yeah, I mean they did the correct amount of money, but then they also gave us.
Oh, okay.
On top of it.
And you didn't get a free dinner. You paid $70 for that steak and lobster.
Right.
By the way, Walmart is self-checkout.
No, I don't do self-checkout. I don't do that. I do not promote that whatsoever because I don't believe in it. I think, people should check other people out. There's jobs there that it creates. And
couldn't agree more. We have more larcenies from that self-checkout than anything.
Exactly. If they would do away with the self-checkout, then they would do away with their shrinkage in the stores.
They have been doing that, actually. They've been getting rid of it a lot.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
Walmart has to have a certain amount of shrinkage per year to write off. It offsets their taxes.
Well, the majority of it comes from their employees anyway.
Correct. We get employee larcenies all the time.
Yeah. Internal theft all the time. So anyway, there's my Jack Wagons is if you don't check your receipts, then you're going to get taken care of. So yes, I'm the Jack Wagon, but thank goodness I had Tia and she was taking care of me. Otherwise, I would have been out like $300 in one day. In one day.
Damn. They saw you coming a mile away. They're like, we got this guy. We got this one.
Sucker. So what about you guys? Who's got a Jack Wagon?
I got one. Share with you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So I mean, I literally just saw this on my way home today. But those guys and just people in general, I guess I should say, who put the stickers on their vehicles with their Venmo account, expecting others to donate to them for no reason at all. Have you guys ever seen that?
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that. Works because if it works, I'm going to do it.
So they'll like put their Instagram accounts, they'll put their Venmo account, and literally they'll just use like that white draw on window marker. It's not even a sticker. It's just something super generic and half-ass. And I just find it really, really lazy of them. Like, go get a fucking job. Work for your money.
I will say that at least they're not on the street corner holding a sign begging for money.
I mean, once their car broke down,
Vegas.
They're out there all year round, hustling. Entrepreneurs at their finest.
All the time.
Yeah.
Or the window thing all the time.
So yeah, I thought that was kind of
that's a good. I haven't seen
proper
that
Jack
yet.
Wagon.
I haven't seen that yet. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about you,
maybe
ladies?
Start doing it.
Ladies, you got a Jack Wagon?
I will say, I know we're going to get into Kalash, but the only thing that I saw that was like immediately, like for me, like safety wise. So if anybody heard, they could find me at the Force on Force airsoft tent. Like that's where I was basically the whole time, like round after round, because that's fun as fuck. We had guys that have never done that before. So of course I lit them up, but they don't understand the concept of keep your helmet on because you're going to get popped. So I would say like that was kind of like, it was like a jackwagon point because I kept yelling at like the other team. I'm like, put your freaking helmets on. Like, what are you? If you catch a round, like this is on you. Like, I get it. They're just like tiny little pellets and BBs, but like I still have bruises and like blood marks on my leg from catching some. So if that gets, you'll shoot your eye out, if you get someone. So that was my jackwagon was safety. And it was not the airsoft guys' fault because they did a safety brief. They did everything. It was just people never experiencing it before and just thinking it's like not real and just taking their helmets off. So, come on, you gotta get your shit together, people.
I guess they found out, didn't they? They got popped in the head.
Yeah, someone got hit in the neck. Tracy also got hit in the neck. And then one of our other friends also got nailed in the neck.
So. I had my helmet on though.
Yes, they had their helmet on, but one guy like literally like jawline because he like lifted up his mask, and that's when I was like, "Well, this is what you fucking get, bro."
Gotta wear those.
I'm on a mission right now. I'm trying to take everybody out. If your helmet's off, it ain't my fucking problem.
Hey, speaking of the airsoft thing, one of the owners of the ranch, this was Sunday when they were tearing down the airsoft tent. I get a text message from Matt. If anyone knows Matt, the owner, he's very dry, just hilariously dry, but he says,
yes,
the airsoft guys, their truck fell in a sinkhole.
What? Where?
He sends me this picture of their truck literally in a sinkhole.
Oh my god.
There's them digging the truck out of the sinkhole. And then I wish I would have gotten a picture of it. There ended up being like a 12-foot deep trench where the truck left. So they drove the truck in the middle of that massive berm, filled it up. So the truck just like doubled in weight. They were like, whoo, let's go home. Long day, 3 feet, truck.
Boom. Poor guy.
After they just loaded up in the heat for like 4 hours.
That looked like an intentional speed trap.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yep. That was hilarious.
Poor guys. Did it fuck up their truck?
This U-Haul, who cares? It's all on the bottom, so no one will know.
Very good. That's a good jackwagon, Ashley. How about you, Tracy? You got a jackwagon?
Not off the top of my head. I'll let you know if I come up with one.
Okay. And that's the thing is you can bring them up at any time. There's no time limit on jackwagons. So, Klay, do you have one?
It's like several. There's every year that we do KB, there's people that like they'll do things that make my insurance policy like flash before my eyes. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like people catching people drinking at the day event while they're shooting guns. That's like constant. This year, I'm at the Riley Defense booth talking to Ramsey. And he's like, Klay, very good event. The event is going great. It's a very, very well planned event. And as he's talking to me, I see this like Modelo sitting like 2 feet away from him on his table. And I keep eye contact with him. I'm like, Ramsey, please tell me that's not your beer. And he goes, oh, no, that's his. And he points to a guy that's like about to shoot his guns. And he's like picking which gun he wants to shoot. He's got his camera all propped up. And I walk over there and put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, hey, bud, what's going on? He's like, dude, what's up? I'm like, is that your beer over there? He's like, yeah, dude. I'm like, put that gun down. Come with me. I take him over to like a quiet corner. And if this was any other RO, they would have to kick him out. But I'm like, dude, is this your first time shooting guns? Is like new for you? Is like drinking allowed where you shoot guns in a public setting? He's like, oh, like his life flashed before his eyes. I'm like, bro, hide that, throw it away. You're lucky it's me. If it were anyone else, they would throw you out. Like, don't put me in that position. And then that's happened like every year. We have people that party a little too hard Saturday night. I wonder why. Some of you were there Saturday. It's very easy to go a little hard. That will wake up Sunday morning. Oh, shit. I got to go shoot my stage. Still 3 sheets to the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow find their stage, get up, and like the RO has just smelled alcohol on people. And they're like, buddy, we need to go have a talk.
Yeah.
And then they have to get sent home. So I think that's the biggest jackwagon thing. Like people just not understanding like alcohol, guns, just don't do that. Like if you're too drunk from the night before to go shoot your stays, just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't even try it. Just like know your limit. And then of course the day of. So it's a gun range. Like people still try to walk around and drink beer while they're shooting guns.
Mm. Well,
So
don't you have like a bracelet thing? Do you have like a bracelet?
Yeah, that doesn't mean people are dumb. They don't know. They don't listen to any of that. So the other thing that I thought was crazy, and as it was happening, I was like, oh, this is so awesome. But then I instantly thought, oh, this could go really bad. So Slipknot comes on, or the tribute band. And I was really worried about how the crowd would react because that's super heavy. And we have ages from like boomer to zoomer and everything in between, right? So they come on and just start shredding. And I'm like, okay, things are going all right. And then all of the IWI shooters bum rush and start just an all-out mosh pit. Dudes are tripping, falling down, throwing elbows. And I'm like, this is so crazy. Can't believe this is happening. At the same time, I'm like, oh my God, someone's going to break an arm, roll an ankle. I'm going to owe so much money to somebody. Something bad's going to happen, but nothing bad happened. So that's, I guess, my jackwagon story. Like, I want to enjoy the event, but at the same time, I'm like constantly thinking of all the things that could go wrong. And people still to this day do things that could potentially go very wrong, and they just don't think about it.
Well, there's a lot of liability there, but the community that's there typically is a self-responsible kind of community. It's like, oh, that was my bad.
Yes.
I fucked up. That was me, and they're not going to sue you or anything like that. But you still open yourself up to the liability.
Sure. We Tony's got a pretty good way of describing this community. His CPA actually reached out, and she's like, Tony, I hear about these gun events and you've got 1,000 people out there with guns. Like, don't you feel nervous? All these people with all these guns. And Tony's like, I feel more nervous if I go to a car show with all these criminals. Like the gun events, everyone's like non-felon, nice people. Like they got to be to enjoy guns. It's the most heavily vetted group of people you could possibly ask for.
Exactly.
So to prove your point, like that's about as good as a community can get.
Yeah. Tracy, you were
in
my
my
opinion.
Something.
Tracy had her hand up.
Sorry, I just got a phone call too. No, so I don't know if this is considered a jackwagon, and it's a Kalashbash stories. So
yeah,
I kind of share it with you guys, and I don't even know if Klay heard about this. But yeah, I was gonna say zoom in on me because I got a video. So Cody ended up cooking a hog out there the night of the camp Saturday night when the concerts were going on, and he slaughtered the hog in his own backyard. He put up a video of him shooting the hog and so on and so forth. They cooked it all night. I went over there. I had a little bit of it. It was really good, but and we actually I don't know if you guys saw all the red lights that were around on the ground. Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see those? Anyways, we put those in the eyes. So it looked like this evil possessed pig. In the morning, Cody shows up and he's talking to me at the MK3 booth. And he goes, "You're not going to believe it, but a wild hog came up and ate my hog."
Oh, no.
And I go, "Yeah, sure." He's all like, I go, "Oh, Cody, a wild hog came up and ate your hog." And he's all, no, for real. So he sends me this video.
And over this way. There you go. Look at that. Sure
See
enough.
that pig?
Sure enough.
It's eating its own kind.
Cannibals.
Yeah. Cody is like Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny. He is that. That's him every day of his life.
Yeah, it was just here. I'll play it again. Try and center it this time.
Is that a bush light on the pit over there?
Maybe.
Wow.
So, I thought he was just being fucked up and making shit up.
The pig ate the whole thing?
I don't know if he ate the whole thing, but after it started gnawing on the thing, he didn't want to eat it anymore. I was like, why didn't anyone shoot it?
Yeah, cook it. You got double the meat. Come on.
Yeah, they usually do out there. I usually just send Matt a text. I'm like, hey, there's hogs getting in the trash. You'll hear like suppressed gunfire within 10 minutes, and then you'll see the tractor going over there scooping up the hogs to go dump them in the burn pit.
Did any deer get shot this year?
No, they never get shot.
They get close.
Yeah, they get pretty close. We find dead deer out there all the time when we're setting up. I remember one of my favorite stories when I first meet the range owners, and it's like our first Kalashbash out there. This was 2020. I'm setting up Bay 8 where we put all of our silver sponsors, and I'm getting close to the berm. I'm setting out targets, and there's just a big, stinky dead deer like right there. You couldn't see it until you're right up on it. And I'm on the radio. I'm thinking, I got an event. I got a big, stinky dead deer over here we should probably handle. I radio Matt. I'm like, hey, Matt, come back. He's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, you got a big dead deer on Bay 8. There's like a little pause, and he's like, does it stink? I'm like, well, you got to be right up on it. He goes, well, that's what happens, Klay. Deer die. If it doesn't stink, just let it lay there. Okay.
The hogs are
duly noted.
Yeah. Very good.
So little does everyone know, there's dead deer all over the place when you're enjoying Kalashbash. You just can't see them.
Let's do heroes now, and then we'll get into talking more about Kalashbash. So I was actually on my way home today, and I'm going to zoom in on me. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. See that? It's like a souped-up Mustang, and it says, his plate says, catch me. And then above that, and you can't really see that white thing up above his license plate? It's a bumper sticker. And it says, don't take offense, Ashley, only gay cops pull me over.
That's pretty good.
If that's not begging to be pulled over.
Viral?
I feel like if you're going to
this is,
it would be a little bit better of a car.
This guy was in front of me on the way home today.
Like, talk about like tiny dick syndrome. And is that a convertible? So that's his girlfriend's car. Cute.
I don't know. He was he was young. He was younger. So
younger. I hope he was younger. I hope it's not a grown ass
man. For girls. Everybody know.
But that's just like begging to be pulled over, right?
That's the point of it. They all think that they're so cool. Like, oh, that's like the guy that's like, oh, I didn't do it, officer, or arrest me, officer. I always go, I'm like, oh, it's so funny. Shut the fuck up. Sorry. But no, really, I do think that. I'm like, it's so fucking annoying.
It would be funny if a gay cop
Mustang
really
driver with a plate that said something like that, catch me or will run or something. And he kept running from the cops, and he would get away over and over and over again. And they finally caught him.
Oh, well, here he is. I know what neighborhood he lives in.
Videos up.
Yeah. No, this was in my town.
It didn't go viral. I mean, sorry.
Yeah. No. There you go. What about you guys? You got heroes? Heroes?
I got one. Well, a couple. So everybody who put together Kalashbash, right? So like I done Shootah, which is a pretty big event. It's a one day, but we had like 2,300 attendees last year, and it's a nightmare. So I know to some extent what Klay and his team went through, and I got to hand it to them because it takes a lot of work, a lot of preparation, it's a lot of stress, and I could definitely see that Klay was stressed when I saw him a few times, but I definitely want to call him out and his whole crew. So good on you guys. Y'all my heroes.
Yeah, he's got roided up people in the mosh pit. Of course he's stressed out.
Yeah. I think, and I'm typically not as stressed as I let on. There's like moments of time where little fires will happen, for lack of a better term, where I have to like switch on and go get it handled or delegate that to someone to go get it handled. But for the most part, I try to not be stressed. But I appreciate that, man. And I know Mike and Land would appreciate it too. And so does Tony. And Tony doesn't get a lot of credit because a lot of the work that he does happens in the background leading up to the event, like the spreadsheets, the backbone, all the logistical stuff. He handles a ton of that. So I'm sure he would be very happy to hear that. So thank you.
Well, I did finally introduce myself to Tony. I was picking up one of the Kalash shirts, got some sticker packs, and made some time to talk with him and thank him for the event. So it was nice to actually meet him face to face.
Next time you see him, tell him Klay said he dresses like a gigolo.
I will. I'll definitely say that.
Did you say a gigolo?
Yes.
Does he wear the big collared shirts and buttons?
When he dresses nice, it's like what you would expect if you're like in Vegas and you go to like one of those, pick a gigolo date for the night sites, like those stock photos. That's what he dresses like when we go out.
I like it. I dig it.
Island.
I love me some ugly shirts.
Thank you, my love.
I was going to show you. Well, I had it up. There was another picture of that hell
The hail
puppy.
puppy.
The hell puppy.
Got that little micro booster on it. That's kind of cool.
The hell yeah puppy.
I don't care what they call it. Everyone's calling that a Draco.
I'm excited to get that. Try it out. See how it goes. I did try the
quad rail on it.
It had a front rail. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a full quad.
Yeah.
It's got 4 rails on it. That's pretty based right there for a Draco.
I did take the 22 out while I was in Texas. Got to shoot it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it was pretty cool.
Shot it suppressed. It ran like a typewriter. It was great. Enjoyed it. Blew up some Firebird targets with that. I just texted Ton, see if he was done with his. He's at his oldest son's first play, and I think they're doing like I don't know kid stuff, but he's a bat. What's one of the kids' things that have bats in them?
Batman?
Not Batman. It's something. It's kids. It's kids' things.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. I don't have kids, so. Anyway, I'm sure he'll tell us if he gets on. Hey, lead heads, Lefty here. Just want to talk to you a little bit about our good friends over at Leo Takedown. Leo Takedown is an advanced takedown platform designed to fit any mil-spec AR-15 or M4 rifle. Discreet carry shouldn't compromise tactical advantage. The Leo Takedown allows the operator to move from discreet carry to ready in seconds. The Leo Takedown allows users to quickly change barrel lengths or calibers in order to adapt to evolving mission demands. It's your rifle. You shouldn't be backed into a corner with proprietary parts in order to have takedown capability. The Leo Takedown requires no proprietary parts and allows the operator to build their own rifle how they want it. The Leo Takedown provides a solid, straight in, straight out, positive lock every time. No hinges, twisting, or handles required. Check out Leo's brand new integrated takedown upper receiver. With our tested and proven takedown coupling now machined into the upper receiver, installation is a breeze. Made in the USA, there is nothing else on the market that compares to this patented technology. See the difference for yourself at leotakedown.com. That's leotakedown.com. Leadheads, use the code TL10 for 10% off your next order. Leo Takedown is a proud supporter of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. So I think Tun's got his air conditioner on. You're loud or something there, Tun. Is that you?
No.
No? Okay, I was hearing some
Maybe it was mine.
background noise. No? I don't think it was. So Tun has joined us, ladies and gentlemen. So
Yeah.
Ashley's happy.
Uh-oh.
Ashley's happy
Hello,
now.
Ton.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Cheers.
Are you drinking my scotch? Don't be drinking my scotch. What's wrong with you?
Get it.
Dick. You're supposed to say
And it's
that when I'm in
Tuesday.
town. So, Ton, do you know Klay? Klay, Ton, Klay? I
Nice to meet you, sir.
think you know everybody else. So how was the play? Tell us how the play was. That good. That good. Your son's first play. Come on.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Went longer than you thought.
Yes. Wow.
I don't think your mic's working either.
It was actually pretty cool. A lot of kids. It was absolute chaos, and it was hilarious. Absolutely enjoyed it. Parents were a little shocked to see me. Yeah.
I don't think Klay's had the privilege of seeing your artwork. So show him your head.
Oh, yes, very nice.
Show him your arms. Okay. Tun's tatted up a little bit.
Yes, I will look on his treasures. Very nice.
Yeah, and they're used to seeing my wife. And when I walked in with my kids, yeah,
They're like,
it
she's
was
with him. Oh my gosh.
like blink twice if you're being held against your will.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah. And the kids went up and did the play. It was absolutely hilarious. I have no idea what they said because they're all first graders, and it was
And your son was a bat. So what was this play about again? I couldn't think of the SpongeBob SquarePants or something. I don't know.
I really wish I could tell you.
Poor things.
And he was a bat.
He was a bat, and there was spiders, and there was other ants, and there was a bunch of other stuff, and
Okay.
yeah,
You look as perplexed as we are. So there you go.
it was absolutely cool to see a bunch of first graders attempt to do something in harmony.
Were there a lot of parents drinking during this play?
In the parking lot.
They getting tuned in?
Tailgating before a first grader concert. I love this.
Yeah, it was. I walked up there. Hey, bro, you want a drink? I said, yes, but no. My wife's just giving me that stink eye. I was like, yeah, this is bad.
You're like, give it to me. Just give it to me.
Oh
I'll
my
take the
gosh.
drink.
His wife is the best too.
Yeah.
He's like, no ton.
No,
You no drink ton.
And then we have the other Slovakians here, so that they're just all eyeballing me. I was like, oh yeah,
Oh, did her family make it in?
oh yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, they're all from Slovakia. Yeah. They've got different ways in Slovakia. They're all witches.
You seen the movie Hostel? This shit's real.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
Hostel.
but it's I mean,
So Tom, we just did the jack wagons and the heroes. Sounds like you had a pretty good jack wagon and hero right there.
jack wagons, bro. I got one, dude. These motherfuckers. Let me tell you. All right, I love diesel trucks. Don't get me wrong, but these fucking lady boys in their diesels with the back ends lowered, rolling coal for no reason. I wanted to reach out and slap the taste out of their fucking mouth, man.
Hell yeah, the Carolina squat.
Carolina
I mean,
squat.
man, for the first time in my life, I support fucking Planned Parenthood. Dude, those sons of bitches, get rid of them with a coat hanger, man. The best part of them was on their mom's leg. Those sons of bitches, dude, rolling coal for no reason and hail,
Rolling
just
coal.
downpour. And these little kids will roll up in their trucks that that's not theirs and they can't afford. Stoplight, big cloud of smoke. Okay, cool. We get it, dude. You got a diesel, it's tuned. Rolling down the highway. They pass somebody and they get irritated. Big cloud of smoke. Okay, we get it. Your diesel's tuned. No, but every fucking second they're rolling coal. I was like, dude,
I've never heard that. Rolling coal.
Rolling coal, just blowing smoke out the exhaust pipe.
Okay.
I said, if that's the only thing you got going for your life, congratulations.
Man, you need Whistling Diesel in your life. He has what you crave.
Yeah.
He buys those trucks and destroys them just for the hatred of the truck owners.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's
I gotta
that's a
check. I
hero.
gotta subscribe to that guy's channel. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Ton, your
mean,
mic is not working, bud.
Yeah.
I think you're coming through your camera. Just so you know. Yeah. So
It's that day. It's that day.
so we'll let you get that worked out.
I agree. It's that day.
It's that day.
Is today Monday? Today's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's every day's been a Monday.
It's a freaking Tuesday. I had my Monday yesterday where everybody's trying to overcharge me. Yeah.
He was on the phone when that shit happened. That was funny as shit.
Right? Yeah, I was telling him about it. All right.
Dude, that was fucking hilarious.
Get your mic worked out, and we're going to get into talking about Kalashbash because I know everybody's got other shit that they need to do tonight. So, Klay, why don't you kick us off and tell us about what you guys had planned for Kalashbash this year, and then what actually happened.
We had a lot planned. Of course, there's always the match, AK only match, hosted by Mike and Lan. They build it, plan it, hire all the ROs for it. We had heli gunner tours. You could shoot guns out of helicopters off site. We had tank rides. We had, what is that thing called from Ukraine? Hold on, a Sherp. We had a Sherp on site that was freaking gnarly. The Sherp was super sick.
Sherp.
He was giving rides and letting people float across rivers with it. The big thing that we planned this year was the campsite. We had a full-blown professional stage with Rage Against the Machine, a cover band, not the real one. A lot of people got mad at that. We announced a Rage Against the Machine cover band. People were like, they rage with the machine, dude. Like, it's not the real band. It's cover band. And then we had a headliner, Sick, which is a Slipknot cover band, considered to be the best in the country. And holy shit, that was crazy. Followed by OK Kevin.
That guy's voice was amazing.
Oh, it was.
Whether you like Slipknot or not, that guy's voice was actually pretty friggin' amazing. I was like, wow.
Yeah, he got Borat to mosh. It was highly intoxicating. So Borat was moshing. We had Borat on site, which was cool. We had $100,000 worth of prizes that we gave away over the weekend. And we had like 6 different costume awards. We picked a camp chef. We had Jose Diaz that won cooking. He's a professional chef that cooked sushi on the tailgate of his truck, even had a Korean barbecue pit that he built in the bed of his truck to make a lot of this. It's almost a lot to remember what we did. It's easy to forget some of the things that we planned, but Kalashbash was planned to be the biggest AK event in the world this year, and it turned out being just one of the largest gun events in general in the country this year. And it turned out pretty good. I think we got a lot of positive feedback about it.
What was the attendance?
So before I tell you that, what's funny, the theme this year, it's 2024, but we called it Kalashbash 2069. The idea is it's 2069. AI has gone full Skynet. And by this time, we're all using phase plasma rifles in the 40-watt range. And AI has disabled everything. And the only guns that still work are these rusty old AKs that we've dug up. And that's how we fight back against AI. So the entire thing was AI themed. A lot of our images were AI generated. And then it turned out we sold 1,069 tickets. We had 69 vendors on site, and we were 3 tickets away from having 369 campers. Like, you can't make that stuff up. It just sort of happened like that.
I mean, I would have bought the 3 tickets to make it you should have let me know.
I know when we showed the numbers and we had stopped ticket sales, we had like 5 comments like that. Like, dude, I would have bought 3 just to give you 3 69s.
Right? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it just worked out that way.
So AI 2016. So like Terminator, is that what we're like the age of the Terminator kind of deal?
Not really. Like everyone's AI generating everything now. It's the current thing. So every year we have a theme. So this year we AI generated everything. All of our awards were AI generated. Our map was AI generated. A lot of it was just so it kind of had that look and feel. But the idea was you're in the not so distant future and AI is getting a little out of hand. So let's shoot AKs at trash.
Evan, was your costume AI generated? Because
yes.
No. I mean, it's the same one I had at Red October all those years ago, so I just had to wear that.
Actually, was that more over the top than his SHOT Show tracksuit?
No, you're asking the wrong girl because I love his outfits. Like, obsessed. I love them. So like, and the fact that I can literally see him like yards away, and I'm like, oh, there he is. I wouldn't change a thing.
Yards. I saw him from here.
Exactly. I love that. I think it's great. It's his MO too. Like, that's just him. I love it.
I pulled him up on Google Earth and I could see him from Google Earth.
Change.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you're not wearing it now.
It's too hot.
I asked it the same thing. Yeah. Too hot.
Even the Huxworks guys too at the stand, like everyone had like their Hawaiian shirts. Like it's just you guys. I love it. Like don't change. It's unique. Everyone knows you guys buy it. It's just fun.
Well, I'm.
That's what Marty's got. It's the Huxworks Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
See
the hat.
There you go.
This is all in honor of Kalashbash.
See, and I'm obsessed with those kind of shirts. I think that they look great on all y'all. I think they just look great. So I'm biased.
What did you wear? What was your costume?
I always wear athletic clothes. I live in athletic clothes because if I'm not in athletic clothes, I'm in a uniform. So the girl wore leggings, some.
Forgive me, but she's got the nicest butt ever.
Like
every time I filmed her, and she would start laughing every time I filmed her because I would film her and come across how to get the butt.
Literally, she would say it every video. She's like, "Gotta get that booty. Gotta get that booty."
So it's like
you have to go watch when I shot the AKs because like everyone's comments wasn't like that's an awesome gun or that was like great job shooting. It was like the booty jiggle, the booty jiggle, the booty jiggle. Look at the booty. I don't even know if you're shooting anything because I keep looking at your booty. I'm like, thanks, guys.
So it's the Ashley Gun and Bun show.
Yeah, great.
Gun and Bun show. I like
it. That's not what I'm going for.
Show us the guns. Pop the guns. Bam. Look at that. Which way are you going? That way? You're going that way? That's
everywhere.
Shit.
Which way to the barbecue? Oh, that way.
That way.
Come on, boys. Everyone hit him with the flanks.
Tracy, what did you wear?
What
was your costume? You like to cosplay. You love to cosplay. Come on, girl.
I do love to cosplay, but no, I mean, I don't know if I've ever dressed up in theme for Kalashbash. I think no, I mean, I did. One year I did a retro rifle shirt and I wore my chest rig and everything. But yeah, no, I didn't know how hot it was going to be out there. So, and that year that I wore the chest rig and the retro rifle shirt, all bad. That was 2020. And that was like 95 degrees, 100% humidity at 9 a.m. It was the Kalashbash ever. And this year was the most pleasant and moderate Kalashbash ever. It was so nice.
That's why we changed the date.
Is that why?
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. It was October normally, huh?
Yeah, October in Texas. Texas weather in general changes on a dime. We've had Octobers where it's beautiful, or it's cold, or it's 100 degrees, which has been the latter for like the last 3 Kalashbashes.
Take me off the main. I feel awkward when
sorry.
Klay's touching.
I'm pulling up Kalashbash Instagram. So, what did you wear,
I've got
Klay?
it pulled up. I was going to show you something here.
Okay. Share your screen. Present.
Yeah, I got to say the weather was perfect. That was such a nice weekend.
I agree. It was gorgeous. And I'm from New York, so like I just see clouds and pollution. So like I actually got a sunburn and I was like, this is awesome. I'm getting some color.
Of course.
There's Evan.
On fleek as always.
There he is.
I
Such a
love
great photo.
But, we do our big costume contest every year, and we had one in particular that was the most popular, was the movie LARP. And the guy that ended up winning, we knew the second we saw him, was good old P.D. Herman.
Oh, fuck.
Time he's saying character.
He shot the match.
So awesome.
He rode his bike from stage to stage with his AK slung on his back, and that's an ammo can with Zombie on it. So all of his ammo and his mag stayed in there. He shot the entire match like that. Ended up winning the entire LARP contest.
That's so cool. I will tell you, Klay, your award ceremony was like the best I've ever seen. Like the show up for it alone, everyone kept getting like the crowd like all pumped, and you gave out a shit ton of prizes. Like I've never seen anything like it. I was like, they're still giving stuff away. Like, oh my god, that's awesome.
$1,000 worth of prize. Did you win anything?
Oh yeah.
What'd you win?
Hell
Ashley?
no.
You didn't win anything?
I won just the fact that I was gracious enough to be able to be allowed to walk in there and have a great time.
There you go.
That was what I won.
So this guy, we have a farthest traveled award. Pascal won it last year. He comes from Cologne, Germany. But Pascal sent me a message and he says, so I will not win the award this year, but I know my friend comes from Switzerland. And he sends me this guy's info and he's like, he lives 30 miles more than me.
Oh, shit.
Thank you for being honest, Pascal. So this guy is active military in Switzerland, has dual citizenship, got leave, came to Texas just for Kalashbash, and won the farthest traveled award. And this is the guy that I caught drinking. But you know what? He was cool. Gave him a little spanking, and he still won this. And we loaded up his suitcase with shit he could fly.
That's how they roll in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. So do you get people from all over the world that come to this? Obviously Switzerland, the other guy from Germany, where else?
Yeah, we have several Australians that come out, lots of Canadians, and people from all 50 states. Yeah. Switzerland, I think that's the first Swiss guy that we've had. Pascal kind of broke the mold. He was here for Lethal Weapons and the prior Kalashbash, but he was just this dude that would send me random messages, and he would say, hey, I work for Mercedes. I love AKs in my country. We're not allowed to have a lot of cool stuff. They've got mag restrictions. Germany has insane gun laws, by the way. So a lot of people all over the whole world live vicariously through Americans and what we're allowed to do here with our guns and our rights. And he's one of those guys. And he says, here it's 10 round mags only. I have to have hunting license, a sporting license, this license, that license. I can only have 2 guns with this license and I can have 3 guns with this license. It's crazy. They have to be like evaluated by psychiatrists. It's like shit here that we are terrified of ever happening.
Still
and
better than
they're not
Canada.
even allowed. Dude, they're not even allowed to, if this was crazy. He says, do you know in my country, it's illegal to shoot with pants with 5 pockets.
What?
4 pockets is okay. 5 pockets, those are tactical pants, and I could go to jail if I got caught shooting a gun wearing a pair of pants with 5 pockets. That's some of the crazy shit. So he would send all these messages and he would say, dude, I'm going to go to Texas. I've got 20 days off work. I'm going to go. And I thought this dude's never going to show up. And sure enough, he shows us pictures of his plane tickets. He comes over for the first year. He couch hopped for like a week before KB, came out and worked. He was a staffer for us and worked like 3 days, shot the whole match, got to do stuff that's highly illegal in his country. Like he couldn't even take pictures of it because they'll arrest him when he comes home for stuff he did outside of Germany.
No way.
And just lived his best life. He then came back 6 months later for Lethal Weapons. Then he came back again for another Kalashbash. And he works my staff. He shoots the match. He does the shoot house, the helicopter, just about anything that there is to do there. He does it. All at a great expense. But that is one of the things that really warms my heart about the event. His story, just this guy that can't do any of this stuff where he's from. People think he's crazy. Colleagues of his thinks he's crazy for going to Texas with a bunch of cowboys to shoot AKs for a week. And he does it. And he does it year after year. And he's a celebrity at the event now. Everyone knows Pascal.
Well, he deserves a ride on Lead Force One, so he's a hero. We'll make him an honorary hero this episode. So
you know what else you can see from these pictures and some of the ladies on this live stream now? It's not a big sausage fest. A lot of women come to this. A lot of dudes bring their girlfriends, their wives. A lot of girls come alone with their friends. There's this event has all ages, races, ethnicities, genders. Everybody comes to Kalashbash. It is not exclusive to any individual group of people or type of shooter.
Just
you see a little bit of everything out here.
Just age is the only thing.
For me, it was Hannah and AJ and their Mormon thing and the pamphlet.
Kalash Mormons, yeah. Yeah, they even made pamphlets. That was crazy. They won the group block award.
Yeah, and they stayed in character the whole time. Even when he came with me to Force on Force, he was like going through his pamphlet to like the whole group of people. I'm like, this is amazing.
And this guy won our Cyberpunk award. That's actually our logo. I didn't know this when I saw this guy for the first day. Someone had to explain it to me like, no, he literally cloned the logo on your lanyards. That's his LARP. He's Ivan from our logo.
Oh, right down there. Yeah.
He ended up winning the entire Cyberpunk LARP award.
That's funny. They had to explain it to you.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
That was good. Gets the kiss. Guys.
So this is a funny story. So Tony calls me. He's like, we need face painting. I'm like, Tony, no one's going to give a shit about face painting. He's like, I'm telling you, we need face painting. So as a troll, we reach out to this girl that does face painting. And I told her, hey, look, my business partner really wants face painting at this thing, but I haven't totally bought into it. So here's what I want to do. Only bring black and white face paint. And I want a wheel that you have to spin. It's free face paint, but you got to spin the wheel and you're going to get stuck with some shit you don't want. So it was like Juggalo face paint, The Crow.
That's awesome.
All the members of Kiss and Sting from WCW, only black and white face paint. So there's just juggalos walking around Kalashbash and nobody knows what's going on or why juggalos are even there. Loved it. I don't even know what juggalos are. Insane Clown Posse. It's all about family.
Luck of the draw. Little miniature bikes.
Get out. Get out of that. Hey.
So this looks like a party right here. Was this
This was the mosh
pit?
This is Borat.
There's Borat.
Dances.
Holy shit.
So you guys had a blast. So how many nights did you do the concert?
One night. We spared no expense, but we could only afford it one night.
That looks fun. Did you go to the concert, Evan?
Yeah, I went there. That was a good time. I'm not the mosh type. That Rage Against the Machine cover band was awesome, though.
Was awesome,
dude.
Right?
I was all about that,
dude.
Yeah, a very well put together show. Then you had AGM with the shoot house.
That's right.
Fun. We did.
I can't even remember half the stuff. We had a 60 by 60 tent, totally enclosed, total blackout at the campsite. AGM loads up a bunch of high-end airsoft guns with like really high-end thermals and just lets people have at each other in the dark in there. Oh, that's happening the whole time, right next to a huge bonfire all night at the campsite.
So cool.
I love this costume right here. This is awesome.
It's Donald Trump's Space Force.
Okay. I dig that one.
That guy had to be dying in that outfit all day.
He was. I went past him and he was chugging water, and I'm like, dude, you got to be dying. And he's like, okay, yeah, I'm starting to die. I'm like starting to not feel good. So he went out and sat in like someone's truck bed.
That's how you win those prizes, man. You got to commit to the LARP.
Got to put your life at risk. I was looking for one of the shoot house. Did you have one of the shoot house?
We still have a ton of for me to post. But yeah, so this guy, these are made in Ukraine. Ukraine's like the size of Texas, but has a much smaller population. A lot of Ukraine is like marshy swampland. So they developed this to get to places in Ukraine years ago. There's only a handful of dealers that sell these in the country. There's one in Dallas. So this guy reached out, and apparently he sold a couple of these, like Kanye West and all these other big celebrities. So he's all about going to events with these things. He reaches out, shows up with it, takes us for a ride. He would take you off property, float you down this river. I mean, the whole thing. It has onboard air. It can inflate and deflate its tires in a matter of like 50, 60 seconds?
I didn't understand that because I would see the tree flat and then all of a sudden I saw them up, but I never saw them inflating.
Yeah, onboard air. And then, of course, this is a heli gunner, super professional team of helicopter pilots that come out. They strap you in, they hang you out and let you shoot targets off site. Of course, JMAC Customs, one of the biggest, baddest vendors that come out. They probably spent, I think this year, like $30,000 on their booth alone between ammo and demo guns and prizes. Just a huge supporter of KB. Just the amount of effort they put into their staff and their booth. I wish every vendor would see the value in doing that. Some don't, but JMac does. This is our fake ATF guy. This has a crazy story. If you don't know what's going on here. So at our last Kalash Bash, we had a guy literally dressed exactly like this, like the fake ATF meme guy, right? So the story behind this was at one of the machine gun rental bays, it was Cody from Weapon Genetics. This guy dressed just like this walks up and gives Cody some cash to rent one of the machine guns, pays him, shoots it. Cody realizes that the money's fake. It's all like counterfeit money. So Cody's like, oh, we need an adult. Calls me on the radio. We come over there with security, and this dude literally LARPing as a fake ATF agent, is renting NFA regulated machine guns with fake money and got busted. He gets arrested. So we have this picture of him getting arrested with his hands up in the air and he's getting shoved into a police car. So ever since then, it's been this running meme. Like everyone talks about who was fake ATF guy because no one knows. No one knows who he was. I've got a picture of him on my wall here getting arrested. Let me show it to you and then we'll come back to this picture.
Okay. That's funny. Dude was actually using counterfeit money. That's great.
That was fucking brutal.
That guy, right?
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. You get it framed.
I got it framed.
That's hilarious.
So the other picture actually has some of the fake money in the framed photo of him as like a souvenir. If you see this, we've been looking for this guy for a year and a half. Like, we're not mad. We just want to know who you are because you committed to the LARP so hard, you even got arrested.
Come forward.
Impersonating the fake ATF guy.
There's an award. There's an award for him.
So it's become such a meme. We had an award for best fake ATF guy, and that guy literally dressed like the guy from that KB, and he had the fake money falling out of his pockets, everything. He ended up winning a gun for doing that.
Oh, nice.
What if that was him? Just lost some weight.
Just lost.
Dude.
Worked out a little bit.
We have scoured the internet for the real guy. And the thing is, our badge numbers don't tell us anything. Like, we give out a badge number when you walk in. So people are always like, look at his badge number. You'll find out who it is. Our system doesn't work that way. So we have no way of knowing who he was. And the cop that arrested him didn't press charges or anything. He just escorted him off the property. So it wasn't even really arresting him. So even the cop doesn't know. He's like, I didn't get his info. I just took him back to his car and made him leave. So we have no idea who it was.
That is hilarious. Well, let's do this. Let's go to some listener questions here. And as I'm doing that, if you guys want to talk about your personal experience at Kalashbash, we'll start off with Evan.
Yeah, man. I felt like I was with my people. It was a really fun event. Like I said, I went down there and hung out with the Huxworks crew. They were giving me a hard time pretty much the whole time wearing that outfit, and I accepted all of it. But it was fun. I mean, tons of people came up and they actually like knew who I was. We have like talked to each other a lot on the IG. So it's cool to be able to connect with those people. Like Midwest Savage, finally got to meet that guy. Super cool dude. It was fun talking to all the folks who actually competed. I did not compete, so it was fun talking to everybody who did and kind of get an idea of their experience during the competition. So I definitely need to up my game and actually start learning how to compete a little bit more. So next year I can actually run that. Klay, I had a question for you on Friday. Do you guys run the competition on Friday as well?
Yes. So when you buy a match ticket, you can choose to shoot all 8 stages in a day on Friday, or you can shoot Saturday and Sunday, shooting 4 on one day, 4 on the other. So
Gotcha.
You shoot like an AM, PM schedule, and then the rest of the time you're hanging out at the main event.
Okay. I thought that was cool because I was talking with Chad from Century Arms. He was saying he got to compete on Friday, but then he had to work his booth on Friday and Sunday. So I thought that was really cool. You guys give that option to like the vendors or whomever is working the event. Yeah. But yeah, man, overall, like I was just blown away. Definitely the best event I've been to. Like I said, it was my people, and thoroughly enjoyed every moment of it. Got to meet the Goon Tape boys. That was super cool. Those guys were just extremely generous.
They're awesome.
Yeah, really, really good people. Let's see, Iron Curtain Customs, the Galil Hub guy. I can't remember his name, but really nice guy. Everybody there was just super genuine and polite and accepting. I've been to some events where people are kind of judgy or they're, just you don't want to be around that type of person. I didn't find any of that thing. So
I'm still judging you.
Everyone was so welcoming.
That's cool. Yeah,
so welcoming.
That was the best part about it.
It was the first time I ever shot an AK. So,
girl.
Yeah. Well, and the best part is, so the first time I went to the airsoft. That was the first time I did it, and I was too embarrassed to like ask any questions. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking figure this out. So I'm turning my back to everyone as I'm trying to like load this magazine. I'm like, why the fuck is it not going like an AR? Well, I didn't realize you have to like hook it and like kind of like swing it in. So then I got that and I was like, all right, cool. We've got this. So like I get out there and I'm running and gunning because it's like my favorite thing in the entire world is force on force. Literally, it's like the best adrenaline like dump in the entire world. And then I run out. So I'm like, fuck, how do I drop this mag? There's no fucking AR button. So I'm like, well, one of these buttons has got to work. Well, I finally figured out, drop that, hook it back in, like, then I'm ready to go. I'm like, okay, we're good to go. So, but everyone, I told the story after, and they're like, why didn't you just ask? And I'm like, I didn't want to be embarrassed. I don't want to be the only one. It's the first time shooting it. So then after that, like every other booth I went to that actually like shot real rounds, I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm good. I got this. Like, no big deal. But still, everyone was like super nice, super welcoming. They're like, absolutely come up, shoot. And everyone was just awesome. Like, everyone was super chill. I agree. No one was judgmental. No one, it's different because SHOT Show, like, you're going to like booth to booth to booth. And there are a lot of bougie people there with a lot of money. And they're from that type of lifestyle, like selling sunset lifestyle. I didn't feel like that at all. And you almost can't be that way when you're at Kalash because it is a bunch of people just chilling, regular clothes, just there to have fun. And I love camping, so that was cool too. So maybe next time I'll camp instead of staying in a bougie hotel.
So Ashley, what's your opinion of AKs now?
I love them. They're great. I had a blast. I literally shot at almost every single stand I went to. So that was a blast in and of itself, that whole experience. And then on top of meeting everybody.
What was your favorite gun you shot there?
Probably Syndicus, but I'm also biased. So, but Century Arms is great too. I had a blast there. I also got to shoot the Terran Tactical collab gun with Caltech. So that was pretty cool because I got to hold it. It was a Mechanic. Yes.
Yeah.
But I got to hold it at SHOT Show. I didn't get to shoot it. So it was cool that I got to shoot it. And I was like,
I didn't know they had that there.
One of 5 people that actually got to hit the steel, and Tracy was another one. So that was pretty honoring that we were the only 2 girls that hit the steel. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We were some of the only people that did that. I mean, how far back was their bay, Klay? Like their
50
steel?
yards. 50 yards. 50 to 70 yards-ish.
Yeah. So they said that almost no one actually hit the target at that distance. And we both hit it a few times, which I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And we didn't know it. He told us that after. He was like, you guys do realize that like no one's hit this. And then you 2 walk up and you're like, oh yeah, that was easy. Ping, 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 ping.
Was that Chad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chad was there. I forget he works.
A video of it yesterday for their release day.
Yeah, Chad's awesome. Good dude.
Yeah. It's no longer Caltech Chad. Now it's Century Chad.
Yep.
That's why you said Caltech. Yes.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I do that too. I find myself, because I mean, for the last 12 years, that's what I've called him. So
yeah.
I should have got him on here. Evan reminded me, and I forgot I should have had him on here with us, but we'll get him on soon. But I saw a video, Tracy, of you shooting that new Terran collab gun, and it looked pretty sweet. I've got one coming in next week, so I'm gonna be able to get some trigger time with it.
Here's what I have to say about it. It's got the Terran name and the Terran styling and, the Terran customizations to it, and it's under $1,000. It's a no-brainer.
Now,
At the end of the day, it's a no-brainer.
Just the mechanics themselves are just really great shooting guns right out of the box, and they're so affordable with everything that they come with. It's insane.
Whiskey River Beef, farm to table with a twist. Come along with us on a quest towards achieving self-sufficiency in food production and fostering a robust local food source to promote good health. Stock up with premium Tennessee beef, unparalleled in flavor and tenderness. You can be confident that you're receiving beef with no added growth hormones or implants. Always pasture-raised, locally USDA processed, and shipped straight to your home. Whiskey River Beef is grass and whiskey mash fed and finished, and is at least 14 days dry aged to enhance the tenderness and give you the most robust flavor imaginable. Go to whiskeyriverbeef.com today to order. Visit us on Instagram at Whiskey River Life and on Facebook at Whiskey River Beef LLC. Whiskey River Beef is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade.
Ton got his first experience with a Canic. Well, we were down there this week.
Dude, that thing was badass. I was pleasantly surprised. And while he was giving me shit about my overbuilt rifles and pistols, he let me shoot the Canic, and I was really, really surprised. I didn't want to give it back. It almost ended up in the bathroom.
Hell, or a lot of my other guns ended up that I had to go. I was like, "Where's my gun, Ton?" Yeah. Ton's got the best Fallout shitter of anybody. I put a nice video up of it on the grams there, but
yeah, that one almost ended up in the collection.
It's got all the ammo, all the guns, all the MREs. Just right there in his shitter. Got a lock on the.
All in the bathroom?
All in the bathroom.
Dude,
yeah.
I built a bathroom gunroom,
like 3 foot thick walls. Yeah, it's got its own ventilation system. Everything. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I didn't want.
It has nice hardwood floors and everything.
Yeah. So let's go to some questions now, and then we'll hear some more stories. First question comes from Mustang Perry. Can you be a beginner, and if so, how welcoming is the environment towards newcomers? And we just talked about that. Anybody want to elaborate on it?
I think everybody already did. Everybody's super welcoming. Everybody's just out there to have fun.
I would answer his question with what everyone said was perfect. And typically the match, if he's talking about shooting, or he or she is talking about shooting the match, we usually have like a 50-50 ratio on first-time shooters. I don't know how it always works out that way, but Kalashbash every year is a lot of people's first match ever. And it's I always tell people these straight up outlaw style rifle only matches where you're not really worried about pistol. So if you don't have a lot of skill, pistol might be a little advanced, but if you got 3 points of contact, it's a rifle match. It's 3 gun scoring. So it's 2 shots on paper. You can't screw that up. The ROs are there to answer any questions that you have. And the distance isn't that crazy. I think 200 yards was the absolute max that they shot, which is a light snack for most people. It's a very good beginner match. And what really hammers it home is everyone around you's wearing costumes and like not taking it super seriously. They're all there to have fun. So as a beginner, that is the ideal environment. You're not surrounded by, there's nothing wrong with jerseyed shooters, but jerseyed shooters are like not even 10% of the overall people that shoot this match. Most people are dressed like Borat, Pee Wee Herman, or some dude in the sandbox, like wearing flip-flops. Like that's how everyone dresses. You're going to fit right in if you're a beginner.
Let me ask you
could lie to everyone and say that you shot in matches they'd never know.
So, but in the beginning, it was more jersey shooters when you first started Kalashbash, wasn't it? Wouldn't you say?
No, it's always been like 75 to 80% just straight up AK nerds, with a huge portion of that being new shooters. And I would say 10 to 15% like hardcore, really good jersey shooters. And the only reason they come out is because we have $100,000 on the prize table. So it's easy pickings, and that's fine. But a lot of those guys are hardcore AK guys. Kyle Litzy, Zach Smith.
Yeah.
Those dudes are real deal AK guys. They just happen to be good enough where they're sponsored, and they've been fortunate to get noticed. So even the jersey shooters that come out, Josh Froelich, love AKs. Like they're homies just like us. They just happen to be highly decorated shooter homies.
Litsky out there this year?
Marco,
AJ, all those Arizona guys and Las Vegas guys and California guys that just crush. They're all AK guys.
See, there needs to be more matches like that. Going to some of these matches for beginners, the people are just brutal on them. It is not a friendly environment for a beginner to get into. I mean, they just shit on anybody.
Yeah.
And that's really bad, because watching a lot of beginners that come to some of the matches, anybody from jersey shooters to ROs that shit on the beginners right at the get-go. I mean, it's just brutal on these people, and a lot of them don't come back. So having an event like that,
you hit the nail on the head. Most people, when they shoot their first match, if they have a bad experience, they'll never shoot a match for the rest of their life. They're done. That chapter, they rip it out. They never come back to it. But when you have a good experience on your first match, most people get addicted to competitive shooting. But that first time is so important. And we have full-blown meetings with all of our ROs. And we have conditioned them like these aren't your 3-gunners that shoot 3 times a month. The majority of these people paid a ton of money to be here. These are not cheap tickets. They're going to have costumes on. They're going to have underfolder AKs. They're not going to hit anything. They just want to have fun. Don't bark at them. Don't knife hand them all day. They're not used to that. Just explain the rules. Tell them don't shoot their PP off. Mind the 180. Follow the basic rules of shooting. And they will buy tickets year after year after year.
Yeah.
And
or anybody else PP. I know the vendors, some of the vendors that time that I went, they would have individual like little shooting contests and competitions just within their own little demo booths there. Did anybody do that this year?
Yeah, IWI usually always does. Sentry did at one point. I don't know if they did this year. I know that the guys over Unrivaled were having like friendly drag races over there in their bay, but we tell every vendor like, hey, you've got all this real estate. You can do anything you want. If you want people to have shoot-offs at your bay, cool. If you want people to do mag loading challenges at your bay, like whatever you want to do, make it as interactive as possible. And those people will talk about you and your staff in your bay for a year until they come back next time. You will be the vendor that really rubs off on them. But if you're just the vendor that phones it in and they're just like, let me know what you want to shoot, I'll give you 5 rounds, and you're just getting through your line, people don't really remember that.
Yeah, we had competitions at our bay there last year.
Yeah. Yep.
So
people remember that
really well.
Firebird targets. We've answered a lot of these questions. Pew Pew RN, is there a shooting competition at the event? Talk about the competition itself. How's it set up? What are the, what is it timed? What are you basing it on?
It's time and penalties. It's the style of match is called an outlaw rifle match. Outlaw meaning you don't really follow like USPSA or IDPA convoluted hit factor scoring. It's easy. 2 shots on paper anywhere. And if there's a piece of steel, it's 1 shot to neutralize. White paper are hostage targets. Black paper is hardcover. It couldn't be easier. Rifle only, AK variants only. And there's a few divisions. You have 2 iron sight divisions, light and heavy. Light being 5.56, 5.45 AKs. Heavy being 7.62 by 39 AKs on irons. You have those same 2 divisions with optics. Those are called open divisions. Light caliber optic, heavy caliber optic. Then we have the P shooter division, all your 9mm AKs, all your subgun calibered Comblock guns. And we have a full-on division just called Comblock. This is a catch-all for your SKSs, your Mosins, your PPSHs, any Comblock gun that's not an AK. You can even join that division. BZ's 58s.
Did anybody use a Mosin?
So you can just cream the Comblock division.
Did anybody use a Mosin?
And that's really it. You shoot. Yeah, we had this kid couldn't have been 16, 17 years old, shot the entire match with a Mosin.
Nice.
And had the time of his life. Bayonet and everything.
He should have won something for doing that. That's awesome.
So I can bring my AK.
Yes.
The one that...
No. His is not an AK. Do not encourage him.
It's an AK.
It's
an AK.
It's a bolt gun.
We've heard I've got emails where people are like, well, technically my gun's an AK, and it's like not. And we've had to say no to so many different variants. Like people try to shoot like the Mark 47 mutants at the match. We have to say no.
That's not an AK, Ton. Look, just because it shoots 7.62 with 3.9 does not make it an AK.
Don't be here. You're a bastard.
That's what it is. It's 8 stages, and you're scored by raw time versus how many penalties. So if you shoot the whole stage clean, you get all your hits. They just log your raw time. If you miss a couple shots, failures to neutralize, they add a little bit of time based on penalties to your raw time, and that's how you're scored. We have first through third in every division. We do 47th place, 74th place, 69th place, new one this year, and last place. Last place got like 2,000 rounds of ammo and a gun.
Awesome.
Last place.
Do people who don't compete get prizes? I mean, other than like costumes and stuff?
Oh, yeah. So first through third got belts this year. We had the full-on wrestling belts. I don't know if you guys saw that. They were super legit, like WWE style belts for first and second, medallions for third place, 6 different costume awards, the chef award, the best campsite award. He won thermals, like $2,500, $3,000 for the thermals. Any way that we can creatively give away an award or a prize, we do. We try to save maybe 25% of the overall prizes for total randos, where we just start calling numbers. Because a lot of these vendors, they're giving us really high value items, and it's on our backs to think of a creative way to give it away that shines a little light on that vendor. So, we try to get it as creative as we can and give it. Some of these people, there's no way they're going to win the match. Like this beginner, he's not going to come out and take first and third in any division, but he might have a super sick costume. He might come in last place. He might even come in like 74th place. We have huge prizes for those, and no one sees that stuff coming. That's what keeps the beginners going. Wow, they don't just crown their first through third and tell everyone else to piss off. Everybody gets something. It's like you're on. It's like you're 5 playing soccer and everyone gets a trophy. We do that too. Like,
except your
you don't have to
trophies
just
are a
crush.
lot cooler.
Yes.
And you talked about this too. Why the switch to April? Threw a monkey wrench in me missing this year. Hopefully next year, hands down, my favorite shooting event of the year, Nikolai Apollinaire.
2 big reasons. Number one, the heat. The heat's brutal in October in Texas. And number 2, October is like a month of events. So much. 2 different Red Octobers happen in October. There's huge 3-gun events. There's so much that you find yourself, it's hard to hire ROs because all the guys that work in our area, there's like 6 other events going on. So people are stretched thin. Mike and Lan have matches they want to shoot that month. I want to go shoot Red October that month. So for selfish reasons, there's just too much going on. The rental fees for all of our fixtures are higher because there's so much going on in our area. And Kalashbash started as a spring event pre-COVID. The very first year in 2019 was April, and it was awesome. The very next year, we were like 2 months out, and then COVID just hit. So we had to postpone it for 6 months, and then it stayed in October for like 3 years. And we always wanted to go back to spring. So we did Lethal Weapons, which helped offset that huge time gap that we wanted to do. And that moved the whole event back to springtime, which was always what it was intended to do, was that be a spring event.
Since you mentioned Red October, are they doing that again?
It ain't looking good.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I think Cold War is definitely happening, but the original Red October that really kind of started all of these big AK events, they were the original. I've been to every single one, never missed one. They just can't seem to find a home.
Can't get reorganized?
Yeah,
You would think that wouldn't be too hard to do, though.
I mean, it's hard throwing these events. It's not just like a match is pretty easy to throw together. You need ROs. You need a range that gives you enough bays. You can do all that. The vendors, every vendor has a different list of demands and who owes what money, what prizes. I've got 100 different prizes I have to allocate on a prize table. I've got 60 people that owe money or a check, or I've got it's so much that goes into it. The food trucks, the bathrooms, the tents that you have to book, the golf carts you got to get around. All that stuff takes months of planning. If there's only 2 guys working on Red October and they don't have help, there's no way I would do that. That style of event with only a handful of people. It's a group effort. And if they don't have that, it's just not going to happen. And they don't even have a range that's willing to host their event now.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand that. That's what I'm baffled about.
Yeah, did you guys hear that? So it used to be in SUPS for a long time. Then SUPS had its problems. Then it went to Vegas. And Vegas is cool and all, but man, that range is rough. It's just rough to get around. So they had another range picked out, and they were telling everyone at KB, like, it's happening. And like the day after KB, that range reached out to them and said, yeah, we did a little research on your event. We don't want a bunch of commie guns and dudes running around here doing Red October. We just don't support that. I'm like, really?
I didn't
that's
know
the
that
we run into.
Canceled.
It's like, you don't like money? Okay.
Yeah, you know how a calculator works? Like, I'm going to bring like 400 people in here and pay you a huge chunk of money. You don't want that? All these people filming your range and having a good time out here celebrating firearms. You're literally going to be a gatekeeper because you saw a movie once where a bad guy had an AK. and you don't like Russians, what's the deal? What's the big holdup here?
Yeah.
Is it $19.99 and we still hate people that buy AKs? Times have changed, man.
Yeah, I think everybody's over that now. It's one of the fastest, most popular selling guns there is now. Speaking of lethal weapons, Raider 214, will we get another Lethal Weapons Texas someday soon? That was a fun one too.
Man, I got asked like 100 times about that. A month ago, I would have told you never again, but the group has a meeting about that in a couple of weeks, so never say never.
As Gunzu, AZ Gunzu, I guess Arizona Gunzu, maybe that's what it is. Which would be a more accurate description when trying to explain KB? The Gathering meets Comic Con with AKs, or Ren Fair meets Warp Tour with AKs?
Ooh, that's a good one too. I've always said it was like the Gathering of the Juggalos with like a hint of Burning Man. With this year Comic-Con, it is definitely like Gathering of the Juggalos and Comic-Con all mixed together, and everyone's got guns.
I personally use the words Comic-Con to describe it a little bit.
Yeah,
just the LARPing. I mean, I dare you to go to any gun event and see a fraction of the LARPing. I mean, every other person has some crazy costume that they've worked on for months, like high-end costumes, and that's a good description. So I'll take the first one.
Okay. Or come up with your own. I mean, you do your own. The baby Yoshi. Just put a big old smiley face with the starry eyes. What does that mean? Just excitement? Is that what that means? Smiley face with the starry eyes?
Yeah.
Starstruck, like, ah.
Okay.
Good description.
Is it
that was directed at Evan?
Is it
right.
Hefe Airsoft? Is that how you say it? Or Jeffy? JEFE Airsoft.
So that guy actually works with Chad at Sentry. I met him. Pretty cool dude. He was doing like all their photography. So he said posting ours soon in relation to his video that Sentry filmed.
Okay. I didn't know if this was the Airsoft that Ashley was talking about, the Force on Force stuff. Different company?
No, super cool dude though.
No, yeah, he was good. He was an awesome photographer. Cool kid. Hung out with us after. He was squared away.
That wasn't the guy that did the Keltec stuff, was it?
No.
New guy.
No. And this was his first time at Clash, I believe, right?
Yeah. It was just
nice.
Well, there you go, Hefe. I'm going to call him Hefe. Come out and play. Was there a bonfire, and how was the bonfire?
It was unbearably hot for like 10 minutes.
Dude,
I was worried that I thought it was gonna melt the tent that AGM was in.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking the same thing.
It was like,
they lit that thing up. I was like probably 50 yards away from it. I'm like, that is a lot of heat.
How did you light it up?
With a lot of diesel and a flamethrower.
Flamethrower? Okay. I mean, you got to do it with style.
Yep. Yeah, Matt lights it with a flamethrower every year. It was so cool. At its peak was like,
oh, hold on, Tracy. I'll
like
zoom in
sick, getting super loud. The band got like they were like 2 songs in, and the fire just grew to like 15 feet tall. It was
great. Hell yeah!
Anybody roast marshmallows?
Everybody needs a flamethrower
and marshmallows.
Oh, and then
you couldn't get close enough to roast marshmallows. There's no way.
So the guy that was dressed like Pee Wee Herman runs to his truck, puts his Leatherface outfit on, and then runs around the fire swinging his chainsaw like the end of the movie. And we have an amazing picture of it.
Pull it up. Let's see that.
Yeah, I think the picture was on the Kalash page.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Rachel posted it today.
See, Marty? Another reason to have a flamethrower.
I think they should start it with Firebird targets next time.
Dude. That's rad. Kind of hard to see.
Hold on, I'm going to pull you up.
Unless Klay was pulling it up full, but it...
Wipe your screen off or something.
It's not focused.
On screen.
Are you eating Cheetos?
Yeah, I mean, if you can pull it up, yeah, definitely, I wish. Yeah, such a rad photo.
So you talked about like the best outfit was the Pee Wee Herman. He won the best outfit.
Yeah, this is the same guy. So like Superman, he's fully dressed like Pee Wee Herman. He goes, hold on 1 sec. Comes back 2 minutes later with the best Leatherface costume you've ever seen, runs around the fire, disappears for 2 minutes, comes back fully dressed like Pee Wee Herman again. This was all within
That
like
guy
5
put
minutes.
work in. He put a lot of work
Yeah.
in.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. P-Man, the fake ATF guy, ever identified? We answered that.
Yes.
I mean, you're an attorney, P-Man. Why don't you do some research on that? See if you can't track him down.
Dude, it's like total Kalashbash lore after a year and a half now, trying to figure out who this guy is.
You ought to make that a contest, a giveaways. Like whoever can identify and bring this guy to an event wins something.
Yeah, they get to torch him.
Put some skin.
Bolo, be on the lookout.
Yeah, put some skin in the game for somebody to find him, track him down.
We pay him with fake money. Whoever finds him.
There you go.
That'd be great. A fake gun.
Oh,
All right. I mean, there's a lot of these are you guys responding and talking to each other, which I love when you guys do that on the comment section. So let's pick some winners. Let's pick some winners. So pick a number between. You want to do a random number generator? Or you guys just want to pick your favorite numbers? I'll go through here and ask you your favorite numbers.
Faves.
All right. Favorite number between 1 and looks like about 30 here. Start off with the ladies. So, Ashley.
2.
Dose. Okay. And I'm going to sort them newest first. The baby Yoshi. There you go. The baby Yoshi. Baby Yoshi is going to win Seal 1. A complete gun cleaning kit from Seal 1. I don't know where I put it. But here's part of it right here.
Half-use bottle.
I give them away like people who come do my yard work and my pool work. I'll give them this stuff. Like, hey, are you into guns?
Like, hey, I'm not going to pay you, but here's some gun oil.
No, I pay them too.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He's like trying to like give all this free shit. Like, please don't charge me. Here's some free shit.
No, I just don't want them to mess my shit up. So
I mean, if it's a guy cleaning your pool, I wouldn't be paying him at all.
oh yeah, I give them a drinky drink so that
The pool boy isn't for him; it's for his wife.
hey, whatever it takes.
What keeps their happy wife, happy life?
Tracy, what's your number?
8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Carry the-
Rachella Bella, 107. Anybody know Rachella?
His first wife.
Your first wife. Your first wife has just won a Mission First Tactical drinky drink.
Very nice, Gypsy. She is strong on plow.
Big gulp. I don't know which version they'll send.
Just heard her yell from the other room. What?
So again, they have to listen to the show and let me know that they won. So if I call your name as a winner, email me talkinglet@gmail.com. Tell me what you won, and of course
You won a major award.
A major award.
Yeah. I'll tell you later, but you won something.
You won something?
Congratulations!
Just for participating. All right, next is going to be the Firebird Target. We're going to give away a sleeve
Something for that.
of Firebird Targets.
No, we're going to actually give away the new moderated 50 with a retro pack of 50 bios and some other stuff I'll throw in.
Okay. Well, there you go. It just got upped.
Yeah. I found some fun stuff to play with today while blowing other stuff up. While I found a cool little...
This is what happens when you leave your shit at Tons. He'll engrave stuff on it.
Yeah. It was long, so I had to find it. So I engraved a bunch of stuff on it for me.
Tell him what read what you engraved on there. And it took like 6 hours.
Once belonged to Lefty, but he left me behind. But that's okay. He only filled me with crappy health drinks and took me to some sweaty place called the gym. Now that ton has saved me, I go to fun places like the shooting range, and I even get to blow things up and go on helicopter rides. I even see people sweating outside instead of just running in places and sweating inside going nowhere.
Fucker.
Water during the day and real drinks at night. This is living.
That was my favorite drinking drink.
I love it.
And Talking Lead lost, found by Ton.
That's awesome.
Goober. All right.
Thanks, bro.
So we will let Klay pick a number. What's your favorite? Actually, let's let your wife pick. Is she there?
Rachel, pick a number between 1 and 30. She said 7.
Damn.
Gotta rhyme with Evan.
What was the number before that?
8.
8. So 7. So sorry, that's Flood. Flood, you're ineligible.
You ain't getting shit, bro.
Come on.
Flood 1.
You're
It's
Ton's
the luck
gonna
of the mullet. I don't know what to tell you.
Ton's gonna send you
Thank you,
stuff
Rachel.
anyway.
Evan said thank you very much.
Pick another
Apparently he
number.
wins your podcast.
Pick another number. Evan, pick a
another
number. Evan, pick a number.
Come on, Ton. Oh, me? All right. We'll go with 17.
Evan, I'll still send you some.
All right.
Oh,
Evan-
thank you, Ton.
Evan agreed with you.
I've been shooting my Firebirds that you sent me. I got some videos for you.
Yeah, I'll send you some of the new moderated 50s that released. Actually, the first shipment out went out today.
Let's do it. Did you get your Barbie patch?
You gonna tell me a
Dude.
number?
They are up.
Nice.
Tell
I
me a number.
told you 17.
Okay.
So weird. You were supposed to send me some.
Oh, huh.
You did.
Weird.
Yeah.
No. Barbie patch.
No, Ton just said it.
I never got your coin, Ash.
I'm getting a coin?
No, I never got it from you when we were together. I
I'll
forgot.
have to send you one.
16.
You're not reading about
17.
this Barbie patch.
Midwest Savage.
Yes, my boy.
Midwest
Oh, it's
Savage.
That guy's awesome.
He
He
answered
was at Mick Foley.
AZ
Hold on, can
Gunzu and describing. He
Can
said
people in
gathering
Illinois
and
have
Comic
fireproof
Con,
targets?
in my opinion.
Okay.
We just don't send to California and New York City proper.
Perfect. Yeah, he'll definitely enjoy those. He's a
So
good dude.
all the winners, email me, talkinglet@gmail.com. Tell me what you won and your address. Going to need that so we can send you the
Oh, you'll be getting my email.
fun stuff. You send it to Ton. Just send it to Ton. You can't give that away, Ton. That's mine. I'm going to get that back someday.
According to this, it's mine. You lost it, and I found it.
Yeah.
It didn't like hanging out with you while hanging out at sweaty places where people ran in place and went nowhere.
Ashley,
Mm.
tell him.
So, Klay, I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to stay for the whole giveaway. I had to bounce for dinner, but it was we left at probably like 5:30. But dude, the Huxworks guys took us all out to dinner, and we went to this really fancy restaurant. It was like an hour away, and they didn't give me time to change, so I was wearing that whole outfit. And I showed up to this super fancy restaurant, and it was like you have to make reservations. There was like a Texas, they call them like constables down there, I guess, instead of police officer. He was sitting outside, and it was like they had a live band playing, and I'm walking up in this outfit, and my girl's like, hold my hand. She's like, proud to be walking in with me. But it was so hilarious. All the people in there were like, hey, man, cool outfit. Like, what the hell are you doing here?
Oh, God.
Look at all that brother.
Yes.
It's you.
Yep, 100%. But yeah, I was a little disappointed. Like, I had to leave early during the giveaway. But man, I could not believe the table you guys had set up, and just
Do you have
just
pictures
super grateful
of the
for the whole
giveaway
thing.
table?
Say that again?
Do you have pictures of the prize table? Did you take pictures of the prize
Maybe.
table?
Maybe a little. I think we're still getting a ton of photos that we paid for to come in, so I haven't seen them all, but I'm sure that there's photos of it somewhere.
Yeah, it was prize tables.
We're really bad at like in the heat of the moment of getting pictures that we should really get until afterwards. We're like, we probably should have taken a picture of that.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you guys this. So Tracy and Ashley and Evan, I mean, you guys were there as attendees. What was your, I guess, your most favorite thing there that you did or saw? Start with Tracy.
I think, let's see. There's two things I got to shoot while I was there, other than the TTI gun. Kevin and Matt over at MK3 Firearms put together this little crank for JMac Customs, and it had this. I think it was a Bulgarian drum mag. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Klay, but it was super cyberpunk, like all different random colors. It was crazy. And I ended up shooting it, and they're like, you can mag dump it if you want to fill the drum. Okay, first off, that was one of the hardest drums I've ever had to fill up. It was tedious for sure. Yeah. And it was like seriously Sunday at 4:57 p.m. right before everything was shutting down and closings. I think it was Sunday. Maybe it was whatever. It was right before closing and before range went cold. So I just had to hurry up and do it. And when I went to shoot it, Justin was filming me. And like about halfway through the mag, I realized that the balance was so perfect on it that I actually, that's the gun right there. I ended up raising my hand over my head and ran with one hand on the gun, full auto, 25 plus rounds. So I thought that was pretty dope. And then I also got to shoot the Rambo M60, the one from the movie.
The gun of Rambo. Bring me the gun of Rambo.
The First Blood Part 2.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that gun was wild. They had that drum, on the front of the drum, because Justin and Ash are like so Gucci now. They laser engraved the face of a Rolex watch into the round part of the drum.
Yeah.
So the whole drum was like titanium nitride coated. So it's this gold drum and literally had all the Rolex face markings etched into it.
That's nuts.
Here is.
Oh, hold on. Let me put you up. Boom.
Wait, it's not playing. Oh, it is playing. It's going slow-mo.
Slow-mo. One-handed. Look at you go, girl.
Oh yeah. That's badass.
I was so happy.
You're not excited at all shooting that gun.
And then I had to shoot the M60, and that was okay. So no, I'm sorry. Justin J Max was right at the buzzer on Saturday, and the Rambo M60 was right at the buzzer on Sunday. So both of them were right at like before they went cold on both ranges.
Tracy, have you been to all the Kalashbashes?
No, but I've been to a bunch of them. I went to the one where all the tents ripped up in the air and went spinning. I think it was 2018. Maybe Klay, you can.
That was 19, the first one.
Oh, 2019. Okay. So 2019. And I was so excited because I thought there was going to be a tornado, and a tornado touched down like seriously, maybe 25 miles away, I think, that day. And so that was my first one. And then I went to Kalash Christmas. I've been to 4 Kalashbashes, I think, 3 or 4.
Okay. And how's this one rank to the previous?
I'm only going to say it wasn't my favorite one just because usually the campfire, everybody's around the campfire networking until like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I think the concert, while the concert was great, I think it was like when the concert was done, everybody's all like, okay, it's time to go. So I think that campfire networking is probably some of my favorite parts of Kalashbash. So I was bummed that didn't really, don't get me wrong. We were definitely wandering around the campground. I sang karaoke at one of the booths, one of the campgrounds. They had a whole karaoke set up, like speakers and everything.
Which song did you sing?
Shallow by Lady Gaga. And
how's it go?
I'm not singing it. Nope.
Chicken.
It's different when you have music and a microphone. And
you were singing in the hotel room the next day.
Was I?
Yeah.
Different. That's not on camera. Nope.
Didn't happen if it's not on camera, right?
So, so that's why I say it wasn't my favorite, but the weather was amazing. That was hands down the best weather at any Kalashbash. So it was,
I think that's some good feedback that Klay can use there. Ashley, since this was your first event, and you've been to other gun events, haven't you?
Yes. This is just my first ever event that's AK.
Okay.
So, I mean, everyone, you could literally ask everyone. My favorite part about it was obviously the force on force airsoft. And then the best part personally for me was the fact that was the first time I ever shot an AK. And I just completely like wung it, figured it out. And then I was confident after that to like go booth to booth and shoot. And it was fun. It was just fun being able to, there's no other place I would ever be able to go to that I could try all these different companies, AKs. Like that's awesome. And it's just like with SHOT Show that you can go to their range day and you get to shoot everything. So for me, we don't have stuff like that here in New York. Like even our gun show, which was this past weekend, everyone would laugh at the size of it. Yes, it's at the, New York State Fairgrounds and it's in one of the biggest buildings that they have, but it's like maybe the size of like 2 SHOT Show rooms.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the cool part is you can obviously buy firearms right then and there because they have checks and stuff like that you can put it right on your permit. But like, there's no events like this here. So it's fun for me that I get to travel. I get to meet new people. I build the most amazing friendships through social media, through these events, like friendships that I'll have probably for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So that's the best part for me is just meeting people and getting to experience that with great people that are not judgmental. And it's almost like they want to bring more people into their group, into their family. And I love that because, I mean, if you guys all know my personality so far, I mean, I could talk to drywall for an hour. So when they're accepting, I'm like, thanks for having me. Now you're stuck with me forever.
Yeah.
I'm like that stray dog that you keep feeding and I keep coming back. So
if you
it was
had
just awesome. Everyone's very welcoming.
Any constructive criticism for Klay on the event? Something that maybe you'd like to see in the future, or?
I mean, I don't have constructive criticism because again, I haven't gone to any of these events. So for me, I thought it was awesome. Like I had an absolute blast. So I personally just don't have any constructive criticism. I thought it ran without a hitch. Not that I know if it wouldn't, it just, it was just great. And everything was the safety, the fact that the ranges would go hot and cold were great. It gave people time for a break and, just everyone making sure that they paid attention to their booth, paid attention to the people that walked up, and even the lines. I really honestly, Klay, I didn't see anyone have like only like 5 rounds for people to shoot. Like they were pretty much loading everything up, but the lines were still moving like very, very quickly, and you could go a couple times and still get through the lines very fast for every single booth you went to. So I thought that was handled really, really well. Like that, no one had to wait. And even if they did wait, like you're watching other people shoot, so it's fun as hell. It's not like you're waiting to like go into a movie theater or like, go on a ride. Like you're coming up next, but do you get to shoot or watch other people shoot? And then even maybe be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't hold it like that, or oh, that's how. Which I probably should have watched other people like unload and load because then maybe I could have walked up and been like, I know what I'm doing. But yeah, it was just I don't have any constructive.
Or you could just watch one of Klay's YouTube videos.
I'm gonna have to. Maybe he can teach me a thing or two. And Rachel.
Yeah. Evan.
Yes, sir. I mean, the entire event was my favorite, but I'd say one of the funnest firearms I got a mag dump on was the Sholo Manufacturing Blackjack. It's like a little 9mm sub gun. They had it at the JMac booth. That thing was insanely fast. They loaded up a 40-round stick mag for me and just dumped it in felt like a second. It was insane. So that was super fun. It was cool watching all the guys at the JMac mag dump on like the Dracos with the shovel handle, the goon tape shovel handle, stock.
You
it's
like your mag dumps, don't you?
Yeah.
I do like your
but yeah, just the entire event was just phenomenal. Like I said earlier, I was just blown away. As Ashley pointed out, the breaks, like the ceasefire every few hours was really nice. I actually heard a lot of good feedback about that. from multiple vendors. They really like the opportunity to actually be able to speak to the customers about the product that they had brought to show. So I think that's really important because some of the events I've gone to is just like constant live fire and not a lot of suppressed fire. So it's really hard to be able to talk to that customer base or potential customer base about the product. And that's essentially why vendors are there. One of the reasons why vendors are there, to showcase these products. And I think it's really important to be able to give them the opportunity to speak to the attendees, I should say. So I thought that was really, really a smart choice. The high-end restrooms was awesome. Good on you on that. That was cool. I think the only constructive criticism would be, let me know there was Kalashbash cigars, because I wish I would so that I can buy some cigars next time. That was super cool seeing that trailer there, because I ended up making a special stop outside of Houston to get some cigars. I had no idea that trailer was there, so that's really cool. Yeah, man, overall, it was an epic event. So look forward to go next year. I'm sorry it took me this long to get to my first Kalashbash, but...
Oh, that's right. This was your first one too, wasn't it? Another
yes, sir.
newbie.
Hey, Leadheads, just here to talk to you and tell you a little bit about our product. Seal 1 CLP Plus is a bio-based, non-toxic product. It comes in a paste, liquid, aerosol, and pre-saturated bore-specific patches called seal skins. They all do the same thing, just different methods of application. The best way to use our product is to start with a clean firearm. There's two reasons why I say that. First, you start with the Seal 1 CLP Plus by field stripping your firearm and covering the entire firearm inside and out, bore, barrel, everything with the Seal 1 CLP Plus. You'll see how easy it spreads around. You'll want to wait about 15 to 20 minutes. Then you come back and you want to wipe it all off. So you see how easy it is to put on and remove. And the second reason we say to use a clean firearm is you'll find that it's not clean. We're going to pull out more carbon that's been left behind with whatever product you've been using before. Okay, it takes about 3 cleanings. So I like to say a clean shoot, clean shoot, clean shoot. Just normal usage before the Seal 1 CLP Plus has removed whatever product that you were using before and has seasoned the firearm. It's kind of like breaking in a cast iron skillet. And after that first cleaning, you will notice a difference. And with each successive cleaning, you will find that it gets easier and easier to clean. Seal 1 CLP Plus is a dry lubricant and is designed to work as such. You will find that malfunctions are virtually eliminated when used properly, because the majority of all malfunctions are caused to carbon buildup. And with the Seal 1 CLP Plus, the carbon does not build up. Seal 1 CLP Plus is safe on all metals, plastics, composites, polymers, rubber, wood, and leather. Seal 1 CLP Plus is a one-and-done formulation. No other products are required or needed to clean and lubricate and protect your firearm. That's why we say Seal 1 and done. Seal 1 is a proud sponsor of the Talking Lead podcast and the Leadhead Brigade. Use the code LEADHEAD for a 25% off discount.
So I actually have a question for Evan and Ashley really quick, since it was your first event ever. I've asked several people this before. So we try our best to promote, and we have really high-end videos of the event from past years that we've paid to have edited. And it's no matter how much I try to explain what Kalashbash is, people will come for the first time and they're like, that's not at all what I expected. So I'm curious, from the outside looking in, what you thought it was going to be like based on just videos you saw or people that you talked to. And then when you got there and actually saw it, was it what you expected? Was it totally different? Just for me as a promoter, I'm just curious, did we prepare the customer base for what they actually got through our promotions? Because a lot of times people are like, that's not at all what I thought. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I could say, honestly, I saw videos, but it's hard for you to capture the entirety of the entire event when it's just clips of people shooting at a booth or going through the booths. No one can, unless maybe more drone footage could help with that. So people can be okay, let's take a tour of Kalash, and you start at the front gate and then you go to the different avenues maybe. But otherwise, and this isn't a bad thing for you, I just think your videos are badass and awesome and people get hyped for them. But then when you get there, you're like, no, this is like way more than it ends up being. Like, then you can capture from, a video. It's kind of like the same thing when you read a book versus go to a movie. There's more detail, obviously, in a book than there is the movie. So your videos are epic, but like when you get there, like that feeling, and then you can talk to other people, it's an epic experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I say it blew my expectations out of the water. Like I said, I've been to a few events that are similar, and I really liked how the food trucks and the smaller vendor booths, like the non-firing line booths, were outside of the gunfire, so you didn't have to wear your ear pro. Again, I think it's so important for the vendors to be able to speak to the attendees about their products. So I think that was really awesome. 100%. And being able to showcase that might be really important for vendors to see. I think you already have like the attendee base. Like, it just seems like more and more people are going to want to come to this, especially the more coverage it gets and more people are sharing it to their pages, more people talk about it. You're just going to continue to grow, and making sure that the vendors understand that is going to be crucial, especially the non-firing vendors being able to speak to customers. Because the events that I ran was like, the non-firing vendors are still, most of them have to wear ear pro because it's in a smaller venue. So it's very difficult to speak to your customer base that way. So yeah, man, overall, just awesome. Blown away.
So Ton, as a previous vendor, talk about your experience as a vendor.
Well, I actually have not been able to get to Kalashbash yet. My only time there was flying in on the helicopter last year, dropping off product. Then I had to go to a competition because Octobers are absolutely horrible for me. But I've had a crew there last year and previous years, but we weren't able to go this year because it's really hard for our product at an event like this doing resets when you shoot once and blow up our product. It's really hard to shut down the line and go reset.
You got to wait for the cold range kind of deal.
Yeah, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. For the crew that went last year and was actually able to be at the event the whole time, they've always loved it. They've had the best time. And I was bummed because I didn't get to go. This was going to be my first event, but not being able to reset our targets just makes it a little bit more difficult for Firebird as a vendor. But we're trying to figure out how to work that out in the future.
I'll bet Klay can work with you on that. I can figure something out.
Yeah, it's always been really good feedback. We used to share booth with JMac Customs, and it just this year didn't work out. Hoping to do it next year because I really want to go. Just for me. And we're going to figure it out. I want to go. Every year that Firebird's gone, it's always been amazing feedback. And this is the first time I didn't have a competition, but we couldn't figure out a way to reset the targets over and over again without having to shut down the whole line and reset our product. So it wasn't feasible for us to go out and have someone shoot for 2-3 minutes, blow up all of our targets and sit for a couple hours and wait while everybody else.
Perfect event, Ton. Perfect event for the Kablooey Challenge, Kablooey Club Challenge that we kicked off.
Oh, that's on.
I think that would.
That I want.
Kalashbash would
clay pigeons and AK shotguns. Just glue them to the clay pigeons.
Dude.
AK shotgun. I don't know if they have a clay range there, but
that's what you do. That's what you do, Ton. Yeah.
Bays 2 through 6 can all have shotgun fire, which is where all the gold vendors go.
Boom! There it is.
Ooh,
there's your answer, right?
We need to talk. I need that bay. We definitely need to talk.
We were blowing up clay pigeons all week.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Bunch of shit.
Death to all clay pigeons,
dude. We made such a mess.
They don't deserve to live. Well, very good. So Klay, we're going to wrap it up with you as far as our conversation here with Kalashbash. And of course, you've been to all of them. So talk about what you learned from this one and, your takeaways and what you guys might be able to bring next year. Maybe improve upon, not that it can be improved, but maybe just enhance the experience.
I think the one thing I'm most proud of, there's a couple of things. I think breaking our attendance record by a substantial amount this year was huge, and then being able to manage that huge influx of people, the amount of logistic that just goes into managing parking. I mean, one car placed wrong too early can totally screw your parking all day. And then we have this range, we're totally at max capacity as far as parking goes. I wish we could sell more tickets, but we're totally limited on parking. So I think with totally selling the max amount of tickets we could, I'm happy that parking went smoothly, the campsite went smoothly, everything just went relatively smoothly. There weren't any crazy fires. And if people only knew like the stuff that happens in the background or like the days leading up to it, like me getting there and our two massive canopies where all of our vendor bazaar vendors are, the canopies are in the wrong spot, and I got to pay $4,000 to have the company come back out and move them. Like there's these little things that just happen leading up to it that kill just about every brain cell that you have. And even with all of that going on, I think I feel good when people come to the event and to them, it went smoothly and everything was great. Because as an event producer, I think your main job is to not let people see the craziness that happens in the background. It should all seem like everything is rainbows and roses, and it just goes off without a hitch. So I'm happy about that. The one thing I'm most proud of, my apparel brand, Third Pin Threads, title sponsored this year. We paid for the concert in full. We didn't charge anyone a dime for that concert. That was totally paid for by us, a huge chunk of money.
Nice.
And we used it to give away a Draco that MK3 totally tuned up for us. And we had this giveaway. I'll actually share the screen down here. This is managing a concert was a totally new experience, and I don't think I ever want to do it again. It's crazy, but we did it. And to see these people moshing and all this crazy shit, and we literally had a contest going on our Third Pin booth. It's like, if you just buy one bit of merch and you go to the concert, I'm going to call 5 people up on stage, and you have to give me your best freaking metal growl with the band playing for these attendees in the background. And these guys got to literally walk up on stage and like growl, and the whole crowd decided who had the best roar. And they literally, like, we gave away a gun probably worth $2,000 to these guys. And that moment for me was like, holy shit. I don't care if we ever do a concert again. I don't care. Like, I'll do midget wrestling next year before I ever do a concert again. But that moment for me, like, just as a small brand owner with Third Pin, seeing all these t-shirts out there and giving a gun away to one of these guys that was willing to come make a total ass out of himself up there with a band playing behind them, for me was cool. And I don't ever have to do it again because I did it once, and I can tell my grandkids one day, like, your grandpa's not, totally lame. Actually did some cool stuff once. So that was like the crown jewel for me. And I think things that we're going to change next year. We have a huge idea on how we're going to completely do the award ceremony differently. I don't want to give anything away, but I think how we give all the prizes away next year is going to be totally new. No event's ever done what we're going to do next year. And I think we're going to break the mold on how to give prizes away to the most amount of people while the event has the largest influx of people. Sunday, you've got maybe a quarter, maybe a third of the people. A lot of people leave. A lot of people stay one day. Vendors can't stay that late. Obviously, even Huxworks has to go. There's a better way to give prizes away to more people while they're there, and for more vendors to see their stuff that they've given us to give away. They actually see it given away, and someone like see it and like damn near cry because they've never won anything in their life. Like, a lot of vendors don't get to see that. So next year we have a way that we want to try to do that, where more people are available to win this stuff, and more vendors can see people win
That's a great
their products
idea.
and make and see people get so happy. So we're already talking about that next year. And as far as the campsite goes, we have a whole new idea. Tracy, you'll get to network, I promise. We're going to totally redo it because the concert was just, in our opinion, a one-time thing.
Do you
Tony, his dream.
feel about that, though? Do you understand where I'm from on that?
Oh, sure. And the concert, is like a boyhood dream of my business partner, Tony, a quarter of the Kalashbash team. He's always wanted to put a concert on, and we had the funds to do it this year. So I obliged, Mike and Lan obliged to, we had to ask our whole team, like, hey, we don't do title sponsors for Kalashbash anymore. We've just had bad experiences. Clash the Cup USA. But because of that, we don't do titles anymore. So now we said, hey, guys, can we let our own merch brand title this thing?
Aren't they out of business? Oh, wait.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about that one too.
Formerly known as question mark.
That's a whole other podcast there, brother. We can talk a long time about that. But
I think they're reorganizing. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, so, we did it. And next year, we have other plans for the campsite that feed into this other idea I just talked about, but I don't want to say too much. And of course, we're having meetings soon about a potential lethal weapons this year.
Cool.
The goal is this year, maybe. We're having a meeting about it, but while we're young enough to do this, we want to do as many events as we can, because eventually we're going to be just too old and over it. Even the Knob Creek guys eventually called it quits, and they just didn't want to do it anymore because it's so much legwork. So while we can, we're going to try to run Kalashbash until the wheels fall off, or maybe someone else wants to take over one day. So I guess to end my rant, I'm so appreciative of the vendors that decide to take a chance on us and pay money and give prizes away to have a little booth out here and meet all these people. Because these people, they look like AK so much that they're willing to pay hundreds of dollars for tickets, thousands of dollars for flights, gas, food, lodging to come spend 3 days of their lives with us. And they only care about AKs. You go to SHOT Show, people step over AK booths to go look at all new shit that takes Glock mags. Nobody cares about AKs at SHOT Show, and it's a shame. At Kalashbash, every single vendor that comes out that specializes in AKs are big fish in a tiny little pond, instead of the opposite at SHOT Show and some of these other huge events that just don't really pay attention to people that cater to AKs, make AKs, or enjoy them. So this is the SHOT Show party no one gets invited to. You're all invited. This is a place where anyone that does anything AK related can come out and be a superstar, because every single one of these people is a potential customer to that person. So because of that, I'm just so grateful that all these people choose to do that, and these vendors. So on behalf of myself, Tony, Mike, and Lan, we all just can't say thank you enough that you guys support this crazy trash shooting party that we've thrown together. So it's extremely, it's not lost on us. The kind words that you guys say, it brings a tear to my eye constantly. The things Ashley has said, Flood, Tracy, all these guys and gals, is so moving. I can't even describe to you how it makes me feel when you say things like that. So it's appreciated. And thank you from the whole team. I know Mike and Lan out here, but I'm giving everyone a thank you for the whole team. Thank you.
Well said.
There you go. Yeah. Very well said. You don't hear that from a lot of the other event organizers too. You don't really hear them put out the appreciation and talk about how much they appreciate the support that they get from the attendees. So, well said, brother.
Yeah.
I think that's what sets you guys apart too, is that you're so personal with it. I mean, you guys are very personal with your events. You're there. You're walking around, you're meeting, you're greeting, you're talking with people as much as you can without, like you said, behind the scenes, putting out the fires kind of deal. So I think that means a lot of people too, to be able to see you and meet you and talk to you and, just hang out with you, because, just like you're one of us, just one of the gang kind of deal. So I think that
Kalashbash is a group effort. It's not just us, it's the attendees. Like, it wouldn't happen without everybody, all those thousands of people that showed up, a little over 1,000. Like, I'm just a dude that hammered a freaking flag in the ground, Like, no one's gonna come look at this cool flag I hammered in the ground next to the entrance, like unless you guys come out and come see this cool thing that I put up. Like, look, it's got our event on that flag. I did that. That is worthless unless people actually come to this thing. So. And a lot of these people, I know all these people by name. I shoot matches with these people. I watch their YouTube channels. We meet these people at SHOT Show. They shoot local matches with us. It feels like a great big family. It really does.
There you go.
That it does.
So any last words from anyone else on the Kalashbash?
Can't wait to go to the next one.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Or maybe this year, the
Lethal weapons.
Lethal weapons kind of deal. Maybe
I'll be there.
Tony's gonna be so mad that I even talked about that.
Oh, you're not gonna hear the end of it now.
I told everyone at Kalashbash that asked, we're not doing it.
Cat's out
And
of
then
the
right after
bag.
Kalashbash, I was like, we should talk about it. We should all think about it.
Maybe we shouldn't write that off just yet. So there you go, lead heads. For those who weren't there, like myself, weren't able to attend, we missed out. Sorry we did. But there's always next year. And it sounds like you guys are at capacity. Is there any way to make it grow at all, to expand it?
They have to buy some property nearby for a parking lot. There's just parking is the only bottleneck that we run into.
Bus people in maybe or something? I don't know. That's a whole nother logistic.
We thought about that. It's just a whole nother can of worms with logistics.
Yeah.
I was going to say, even driving in there, where would you even put the cars to bus people in, honestly?
Yeah.
A lot of people on this chat know Jeremy Gresham from IWI.
Yeah.
So he's like dad. He's always got dad advice. He's grumpy Gresham, but he's always got dad advice. And one thing he said was,
perfect.
He sees we're doing this concert and all this crazy stuff. He says, Klay, eventually you're going to have to stop like one-upping every year and just throw a fun event. You don't need to keep outdoing it. Just keep throwing a fun event and you won't burn yourself out and you won't eventually just won't know what to do better than last year. So we've definitely taken that to heart. And I think this amount of people is a nice, safe place that's manageable. Everyone gets their money's worth. Just to cram more people in there, honestly, is a money grab at this point. It's like eventually you have too much people and not enough to do. And then those lines that Ashley was talking about get unmanageable. Vendors can't keep up. People come out there and it's crowded and they just don't have the same experience. So I think this is the absolute cap that we're willing to sell.
But there's always doing two.
It's
doing it twice a year.
We're talking about
the other one to this one, though. So
yeah, we're talking about it. Yeah.
Literally, we'll just be back.
Well, I mean, it gives people an opportunity that can't or couldn't attend. I mean, yeah, you're going to get some of the same, but I mean, if they're willing to come, who cares? It's going to be a fun event. But anyway, I think you guys have knocked it out of the park. You definitely have taken it from where you started to where you guys are now, have improved upon it each and every year. Everybody that I've talked to when we do these recap shows, I mean, you guys are constantly putting thought into the attendees and what's going to make it better for them. And like you said, it's not a money grabbing, thing. It's how can we make it for the attendees? How can we make it the best possible event for the attendees? So kudos to you guys, and I'm looking forward to next year. Definitely. I will not miss it next year, I promise.
All right, I'll hold you to it.
I will put Ton on the back burner next year. Because you're going to be there, Ton. So we're just
Dude, I was going to say, what the hell? I'm going. What the hell is your problem?
We're just going to go together. So there you go, Leadheads. Kalashbash TX on the grams.
Kalashbash Texas on the grams.
All Texas spelled out?
I think so. Shit, I can't remember. Yep, sure is.
Okay, there you go. And then if they want to follow you on the YouTubes, what's your YouTubes? Because you've been doing some pretty cool shit on your YouTubes. You did the 5.56 with the Pioneer Arms that really set a lot of people off, blew their minds. How shocked were you?
I fully expected that gun to fail miserably because of the price. I bought it for like a little over $500. And one bad thing about the AK world is there's a lot of, what's the word? Tracy, you could probably help me out on this. There's a lot of just like bandwagon hate for certain companies that's like totally unfounded.
Yeah.
And Pioneer is one of them. Yeah.
Pioneer's one of them. Riley Defense, any American AK manufacturer, it's an uphill battle. Even if the guns are good, public perception is an uphill battle.
Yeah, Century was that way for a long time. And still
long
is
time.
to an extent, yeah.
And, so I buy this gun and everyone's like, oh, double up on that eye protection. Or, just the same old stuff. Anytime I touch an American AK, and I don't do a lot of American AK content, the Pioneer gun was kind of the one that opened my eyes. And I'm like, maybe I'll do some PSA reviews and some Riley reviews after that, because I fully jumped on the bandwagon with everyone else. I'm like, I'm going to buy this gun. I'm going to film it. It's going to fail. Everybody laugh. I get a ton of views. That was how I thought it was going to go. And the thing just ran and got a ton of views. And I'm like, why do people care so much about this gun? And it just kept working and working and working. And then we do a meltdown on it and just like can't kill it. Like to the point where I didn't even know what to film anymore. And
why won't you die?
It's like $500. This gun, we just cannot pop the barrel. Thousands of rounds, full auto, shooting Norma through this thing, penetrator rounds. And I'm just like, this gun just run. I paid $500 for this gun. I've paid 4 times as much for duds. But the whole internet says that this company and this gun sucks. Why? And it just really, that's one bad thing about the AK community. Reddit's bad. It's just people.
Very rabid. Yeah. Brand
people
loyalty,
will talk crazy
like
shit about guns that they will never own. They've never owned. They just heard something from a guy, and that snowballs into this really bad stigma that a company can have. And it's real. I'm sure every facet of the gun community is like that.
Chat rooms are the worst.
Like echo chambers.
I think I explained that to Ashley, I believe. I was telling her about how the AK community, like, if people like you or Marco or Zach or whatever get behind a certain brand, that's when everybody in the community will take notice. But unless you guys do that, and I'm speaking more American brands, unless you guys do that, typically the AK community leans into the older and the traditional AKs from the com block and overseas.
Well, Pioneer's a Polish AK, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought you were saying it was American. I didn't know that.
They're doing a lot of the stuff here in America, but they import it in from Poland. But yeah, I mean, I get exactly what you're saying, but I just think it's anybody that has the guts, like you. I mean, you just like, what the hell? I'm going to take this gun and I'm going to give it an honest run. I'm not going to fluff, or I'm not going to try to sabotage it or anything like that. I mean, it's just a good, honest run, and it does what it does. And if more people were, I guess, willing to do that, I don't think that some of these companies would get as bad a rap as they do, but some deserve it. But it's good for the companies too, because that's how they improve. That's how Pioneers improved, because in the beginning, some of their stuff wasn't up to snuff. And over the years, they've listened to the customer, and just like Century too, they listen to the customer and they go in and they make the improvements. It's like, okay, here, this is what people are wanting. This is where it's failing. This is what we've got to improve on. And they go and they do it and they make them better. And that's how they get better. And that's why the AK is where it's at today. That's why it has exponentially become more popular and continues to grow. And we're gonna see it.
Yep.
It's not gonna stop. The AK.
People forget.
AKs are more expensive than ARs now.
Sure. And there's this common misconception, and I know we're all ready to leave, but I'll leave on this note. There's a common misconception that building AKs is cheap and easy. Couldn't be farther from the truth. Yeah. You are talking about a gun that had unlimited state funding for the entire might of the Soviet Union, not paying people. You had the unlimited funding and might from the Soviet Union to develop this one gun. They threw everything they had at it. And after 3 different build models that eventually came out with an AKM and then eventually came out with an AK-74, they nailed it. And it took a lot of different variations to nail it. Americans, we don't have data packs. We don't have all. We are reverse engineering something that took the entire might of the Soviet Union to create. And people forget that sometimes, and they think, well, we're Americans. We can build anything. We make some of the most. Yes, we do. We have data packs. Russians don't just give that shit to anybody. Only former COMBLOC countries. That's it.
Well,
and KUSA was probably one of the only companies that had access to those data packs.
No.
And
Pioneer Arms.
Stand up to even them.
Pioneer Arms is 1-to-1 based off of the Kalash, because they bought the Kalashnikov pattern. So they have the data packs that you're talking about, the original data packs, and that's what their AKs are built off of, 1-to-1 to the Kalashnikov. And a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
So
they don't. It's a metal receiver. It's bent into a shape. It's riveting. It's a lot of physical labor with American hands that you can't just pay com block payments that they were paying conscripts back in the 60s and 70s. You have to pay Americans to make these, American wages. AKs are expensive. They're always going to be expensive, especially made in this country. And if you're going to buy the imports, you have to pay humans to make these things with their bare hands. And you got to pay 3 middlemen to get them over here, which jacks up your price a third just for you to pay $2,500 for a Bulgarian AK. That probably costs them $1,500.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
But that's the great thing about American ingenuity and engineering is that we take something and we improve upon it and make it better. And, I think that's probably what we're seeing with these American-made AKs is the ability to, the rail systems and the triggers and, they're going in and just tweaking here and there and just making them a little bit better, a little more, I guess, user-friendly. And then, the craze with the ARs of having all the accessories to be able to accessorize. So now you can do that with the AK, and that's what's really propelled, I think, the popularity of them here in America.
Sure.
So. All right, guys. Thank you so much. What an awesome show. This was better than our SHOT Show recap. I enjoyed this. This was fun. So
always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to have you guys on. So, Leadheads, go and follow all of our guests. Tracy, give out your socials, your meads.
I can't get to the mute button. Tracy Guns on everything. Everything.
Tracy Guns on everything. Officer Ashley Smith.
Officer Ashley Smith on everything as well.
We didn't get to talk about your FBI training. So you want to give a little talk about that real quick?
I'm just in an FBI hostage negotiation crisis negotiator school right now. So that's what I'm in the middle of, which I need to go to bed.
That girl's got school. She got some schooling to do.
I got school.
Got some school. Ton?
Ted Jones official on everything.
Firebird?
Oh, and Firebird Targets USA.
And the Kablooey Club Challenge has officially started.
It's going, and I'm in the lead. You got to catch up.
Yeah. So listen to the last episode. You guys will know what we're talking about there. Evan.
Blood Munitions.
Blood, and he's kicked it up a notch on his. He's putting out a lot more content. You guys go check him out. He's got the gun porn going. Davrinov, you've been rocking his stuff left and right.
Yeah, he makes some amazing gear. There were so many people at Kalashbash wearing Dav gear. It was awesome.
Oh, he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
You guys, that's going to be like collectible, like Picasso stuff.
100%.
Yeah. So go and buy his stuff now because it's amazing.
Yeah, if you can get it, it's always sold out. It's awesome.
And Clay, what's all yours again?
Clayco 420 everywhere you look, or you can go to Kalashbash Texas. Oh, and follow. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you can follow Lethal Weapons Texas just in case we drop a breadcrumb soon.
Yeah.
Oh, you said 420.
420.
Yeah, I'm totally changing everything.
420. And give Mike and Lan
Clayco 420 on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Give Mike and Lan a plug too.
Everywhere you look.
They were supposed to have been on here, but let's give them a plug.
Dissident Arms, they're our match directors, match producers, but the one thing they're really bad at is punctuality, showing up on time, finishing matches on time.
Just punctuality.
They're match directors.
There you go, guys. Go give everybody a follow, give them a like, subscribe to their channels. And if you won something, email me, talkinglead@gmail.com. Tell me what you won. You know the routine. And until the next episode, Leadheads, as always, keep your loved ones close.
And your arms closer. Yeah, boy.
Bye, everyone.